Welcome to Dice Legends. Glad you could join us. Buckle up, because we are going to have an exciting episode today.
Yeah, we is.
Yeah.
We're going to have some drama. Ooh. We're going to have some excitement. And with these lovely 4 players, of course, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? So let's meet them. Over to you.
Kia ora everyone, my name is Raylene and I am playing Ha-Kapella, a level 5 dwarf bard.
I am Longy and I play Lona, a level 5 sorcerer. I'm not a wizard.
Wizard?
A wizard.
Hi, I'm Truby and I play the level 5 human fighter named Sully from the farms.
Whoa, kia ora te whanau. I am Mon and I'm playing this tiefling cleric and she's level 5 as well.
Great. So, our story takes place in a grand walled city called Aratai, where the forces of darkness have arrived en force, en masse. The nation of Ghoulam have arrived and besieged our fair city from the north. In their heart is the Zakron cult. And somewhere in the midst of it, we are our 4 humble town guards who are desperately trying to do something to stem the tsunami of darkness that is about to crash on their fair city.
Oh, hell.
Oh my gosh.
It's about to go down.
So, that is where we are. It's great to have you on board. Do you know what I think it's time to do?
Roll the dice!
Okay.
Kingdom of Goom.
Okay. So, whew. All right. So I think we need to know what happened last episode before we get into it, right?
We do.
Who is it?
So it's Raylene's turn. She doesn't look scared.
Why is this the scary part for us?
I know.
Yeah, but I always feel scared too, but why?
I know.
All right.
And I just love how I never have to do it.
Sneaky.
Okay, you ready, Raylene?
Okay.
Tahi, Rua, Toru.
All right, we run away from after killing Mortine and dead Turan. But we have flashbacks with Tnemrot, and Tnemrot was caught, and she was labeled the Angel of Doom by the priestess Zaraha, and where she was actually born from 100 slaves. Somehow, just recap. You go back to it. We learned about the 9 gods of Aratai, but then us 4, we ran down, took Zarha and Tnemrot with us, and made a horse stampede to get rid of those guards. And then we bowled through a guard checkpoint, and then we reached a little town called Kizik, where we went to the Nordenstein mines, and we found a little grate that Ha-Kapella knew, and we go down there, and then Zarha set upon the shadows to jump us, and we were like, oh no! And then we somehow got away from that because Sarah got away from us. So we traveled solemnly back to the palace, and the queen was just like, oh, Mortine could be the original betrayer. Ooh!
Very well.
Good.
Good, guys.
Very good.
We did some fast traveling in there, which is why I fast traveled through that.
That was very good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is, for the first time in 3 weeks, we have the gang back together.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Hey, we're back.
First Truby,
Better than ever? Who knows?
first Sully was gone. Then Monique was gone. And now you're all back together.
Now we're gonna go on.
We're gonna die. Oh my god, it's us. It's us next.
No, keep going.
And you're back in the palace. And if you remember, you're in the palace in a special library, vaulted library, where there were some old scrolls that, upon being unraveled, cracked with age, and they gave part of the ancient history. And it mentioned that the betrayer's true name, Casimir.
Don't say his name.
The betrayer. And he had been cursed with 300 years of slow death and pain.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But then it was discovered that his tomb had been exhumed. And on the lead coffin, covered in 6 were stars in the shape of a 6-pointed hexagon.
Hexagon.
And his body was missing. And that is where we left. We left exactly where Ha-Kapella said, with this question that was raised.
It was, Your Majesty, are you insinuating, probably along those lines, insinuating that that Mortine is the original betrayer?
Dun dun dun!
That was amazing.
So
That's
where
what I
we
can
are.
remember, at least.
Okay.
So now we've got that ready to go back into it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Okay. We're on. We're in the small area. Go for it.
Well, it sounds like it. The timelines match up.
How did he get one of your rings, your family rings?
Wow.
It's almost like your story and my story and your story are somehow combined through history.
Like intertwined. Wait, what are you insinuating?
I don't know, I was just stating a fact that I was thinking about.
Oh, all right.
You're suggesting that
Oh,
our cooperation and teamwork is something of destiny?
yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That would be so funny if there was a prophecy somewhere here in this library. Right, Your Majesty. Is there a prophecy here?
I know no prophecy regarding you.
Okay, so what? So Mortine, we think, is Casimir, and that the Zakron cult exhumed his body and brought him back to life. And he had originally suffered 300 years of pain. What the heck?
So he's still.
Hey, if he
If
is, no, go.
Well, if this is the betrayer, then
Exactly.
I think this is well out of our depths, family.
And if he is the betrayer, did we really kill him?
I doubt it. If he is the betrayer, then he's a lot more powerful than we anticipated.
And if he's brought by the Zakron cult, he might not be able to die.
Is there something in this library that can help us fight him?
Your Majesty?
We know where the grave was, where he was exhumed from. Other than that, we know where the only other connection the only 2 connections we have are that we do know where the grave was, and we know where Mortine's house is. Whether or not there are any clues in there, I don't know. Well, we've already sent soldiers through there, and they've, have been extracting as much information as they can from it. That's what we do know.
Do you know if Mortine had children?
I don't know personally. We can check through the register of nobility to see if there's any claim to his lineage, but I don't, off the top of my head, know.
Because of course we know that Casimir didn't have children, but that's because he died. But then he came back to life.
And he could have had anybody during that past 1,000 years. It's a lot of time to be alone.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, it isn't.
You have something on your face, buddy. I'll just get that for you. She wipes his face.
The Queen says, you are all wounded, dirty.
Stinky.
I don't mean that in an insulting way. It's just stating a fact. And probably in need of rest and some food.
Food? Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
So, please come up to and join us for a meal upstairs. She beckons you out of the small library, and as you're going up the stairs, says to you, Tnemrot, I have not forgotten that you saved my life, and all of you saved the life of my son. So I have prepared a small token of my appreciation for you at this banquet. I notice also, Tnemrot, that your armor is gone. Is this true? Yes, you don't have your armor on. You don't. Okay, we will make sure that that is remedied.
Tnemrot slowly takes the letter opener out of her pocket and just puts it on the side of the table.
She, as she passes some guards, she says to one of the guards that's just, standing as they do, says, please go to the armory and grab that old suit of chain of mine from when I was a younger woman.
Do you have any sandals?
Yes, I have sandals. You want sandals? You can have sandals.
I'll think about it.
And you head upstairs to a room that has been set with a number of tables that have been kind of put together with some food on it.
Ha-Kapella drops to her knees and starts crying. And she says, oh, I feel like I haven't eaten in a decade. No, is this real, Lona? Lona, is this real?
No, you're dreaming.
Lona, the moment you ask that, Lona, a memory of another banquet comes to your mind. And it's a memory, but it's not a memory that you have remembered for a long time. A memory of childhood.
What the heck?
A memory when you were a small child.
We're flashing back to you now! Oh my gosh, I get to be something else on the dwarf bar.
Oh, they're back.
Oh my.
Who's the bride?
Oh my.
Oh, wait.
What?
Okay, don't look at
Lona.
mine.
Lona, you are in an inn, okay? And there are two people with you. There's a boy who's just a couple years older than you. He's always had a little bit of a squished nose, but he's a couple years older than you. And then there is an adult woman, the three of you. And the boy says, it's like the boy is in charge and says, now remember, yeah, we know what you're doing, right? Yeah.
Well, yes, of course.
Yep.
Okay,
So
all right,
guys,
we know.
we'll get in there.
We get in there
Yeah.
and we get out fast.
I'll start it.
You'll start it?
I'll start it. I'll walk in.
No more distractions this time, right? Wait, no more distractions this time, right?
Well, maybe a little bit of distraction.
That's nice.
Good, it's coming.
Okay, and then we have on the other side, you looking in, you see a banquet. Can someone set up a couple more tables for me, please?
Do you want it here? Are we going for a smorgasbord?
Is that a greasy
It
pig?
was a greasy pig,
I
Iceland.
love the pig.
Oh, making me hungry.
I know exactly what I'll be doing.
I see your
All right, and we have in front of us a wedding banquet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
It's exactly how I want my wedding to look.
A big old
Big,
pig.
big.
Hey, that
All right.
would be at one of our weddings. That's an island
Several
thing.
of them.
It's a
Choose who
Islander
you
Asian
want
thing.
to be.
Oh, I need a woman.
Do you know
I would like a woman.
That
Yes, this. I have this woman over here.
Okay, you guys are you're right there.
Kid, yeah.
Am I old or young? Of means or not of means?
Of means.
Of means! Got it.
Can I have another meat? Oh, you know.
Is he a little
fine.
kitty?
Yeah. And here's you.
Bye.
Are you alright?
This is you
yes.
in white. That's Lona.
Oh.
And this is your friend.
Alright.
Okay.
And then that's
Okay, guys, put yourself around the table.
Yeah, let's go.
And then we want everyone else around the table as well. As many people as possible around the table.
It's a wedding.
It's a wedding.
Hold on, is there a tree in here?
There is a tree because this is a very well-to-do establishment.
Wow.
Oh, so they put a tree in.
So they have, and this is like a
architectural
court, this is like leads to a garden
Wow.
on the other side.
Oi.
There are some trees and bushes and and I think we need the change of music. Go for it. Not that one. Wait.
Oh my God, I like it. The other one.
I worked so hard on this new one.
The wedding track skip.
Okay, guys, put some chairs out for me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I want to put a little box here. Yeah. Just cause.
okay, Raylene,
Yes.
you're up first. Go.
She walks in, and as I walk in, I see this gentleman here, and I say, "Oh, hello! It's been so long since I've seen you. Hello."
To whom?
So this one is that you? Oh, hello! I haven't seen you in so long. Congratulations.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello. Oh, you look absolutely delightful today.
Yeah, thank you. Here, let me pull up a seat for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, do take a seat.
Now,
If you don't mind, I brought my children along.
this boy comes in and just jumps across the table and tackles this guy. And just tackles him. Food goes splattering. Food from the table goes splattering. He launches himself on this guy who goes, "What the heck?" Lona.
Lona's like peering around and seeing all of the commotion going down. He's trying to move as discreetly as he can around this fella right here. He looks like he's got money pockets. And he goes, "Ooh," and he just wants to stay there for now.
Okay.
I don't know really what's going on here.
Okay, thank you, money.
Gerald, do something. This is supposed to be a perfect day.
You're right. Here, child, get off the table or I'll give you a what for. The what for being this sharp end of this cane, which is actually rather blunt.
Yeah, you tell him, Gerald.
Okay, you're up, Raylene.
Sorry about this, and she just pushes Truby's character over.
Roll a 20-sided dice.
What's my name again, Gerald?
Gerald.
Take this, Gerald. 15. Do I have no, I don't have anything.
She pushes you. You smash into the wall there.
Down I go.
Lona.
Oh, look, Lona's like, "Oh, sir, you're right, sir. Oh, let me help you up, sir. Let me just like." And Lona goes up and feels around his he's like just trying to, hoist him up at the same time. He's trying to nip his pouch from him. It's like, "Oh, sir, I got you. Oh,
I say, do I know you?
no, sir. I'm just here. I'm just being one of the helping hands, yeah." All right.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight
You
of
got a
hand, here it
+2
comes.
on that.
Really? Let's go 17 plus 2, 19.
You got a pouch in your hand.
Oh no, sir, it's all right, sir. I'm here. I'm here to help.
That's all right. Where's my wife?
I don't know. And then she runs over here and she pulls out her short sword. Pulls it on young Lona and she goes, "You get your filthy hands off my daughter's fiancé."
Fiance.
Thank you. Okay. Meanwhile, this boy here picks up a tray and goes kabam!
Oh.
Smashes it against the dude, misses, and he tries to and the big dude tries to grab him and misses. This guy comes over, grabs the little fella as well. Misses.
Oh.
This person says, Cousin Gerald, what's happening here?
I say, the child just handled me and took my purse, and I wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't for my old soon-to-be mother-in-law.
That's right, Gerald. I'm very perceptive and quite intimidating.
You sure are.
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Raylene.
I spin around. And I say, "This is none of your business." So I pick up the chair and I smash it over top the head. Oh, I smash. Oh, that's a 3.
Okay, that's a miss.
She just throws it at the pig instead.
Okay, Lona?
Lona's not. Did you say fiance?
Oh, I said fiance.
Oh, so what's that?
Well,
Lona
seems
just makes.
to be some sort of candelabra.
Lona slides underneath the table and wants to get on that end because he realises he's got the wrong guy. Wrong mark.
By Jove, he's gone. Did you see with the little whippersnapper wit?
Just to disengage.
Okay, just engage. Under the table and he's over here now.
Okay. You probably, so you hit me with a perception roll to see if you can figure out who you need to be getting.
18.
All right.
Okay.
All right. It's probably this guy here.
Okay.
Thought so.
Where's my wife?
You can move up to 5 squares.
5 squares? All right then. I go 1, 2.
Wait. You're starting there,
sorry.
right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can be right up there.
Right, and moves, and then he goes, I think this is him. And then he
Try to grab that one.
Yep, grab that one.
Sleight of hand
Come
plus
on.
2.
7.
He can see exactly what you're doing. Okay, Groom, what are you doing, Groom? Gerald?
He looks over there. The little whippersnapper's gone over there. And he says, "Don't worry, I'll make sure everything's all fine." Here. He knocks over a tree. And he brings his cane down and he tries to do it in such a way that he goes through like his collar and tries to like pin him to the ground with his cane.
Okay. I don't
How
know.
about you little punk?
I don't know what kind of plus you get for that.
Ooh, I'm pretty good. A 16.
Okay, you're trapped. You got. Your shirt has been.
Let me go, you big brute.
Back at Aratai, we called this the old clothes peg, eh?
Oh, yeah? Where I come from, you're called something else. Don't want to say it right now, but it rhymes with Mick.
And not in front of my mother-in-law.
Good work, Gerald. She makes her way over to this character here. This you are.
Yeah, that's me.
And then she just like draws her short sword behind her throat. You better get your children out of here before I accidentally slit your throat.
Oh my!
Okay.
Oh naughties!
The boy that's with you says, speaks to you, Lona, says, we gotta go. And he moves around here and he will, on the way past, out the garden, throws hot soup at you. Grabs it and splashes. It smells really nice. Oh yeah, baby, you covered in hot soup.
Oh my goodness, I just had this tailor to fit my body. No.
Hang on, how many hit points does he take?
How many points? I don't know if you take. I think you just take disgust points.
I really wanted you to die on
Burns?
I may not be physically damaged from point, I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
3rd degree.
1 to 3, 0, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Stephen. Oh.
You bargaining
5.
for
Yeah. Oh, you take it in the face. You take a hit point.
Oh,
3rd-degree burns there.
no!
Too bad.
It's my wedding day.
Well, it's not anymore.
What?
Yes, I've got this the sword around my neck, and so I was like, unhand me, old lady, and I just used my elbow and right in the guts.
Oh my goodness. Brave.
5. No. 4. Sorry.
No.
It's like, and I just fully kind of swivel around. I'm like, oh my, you're pretty nimble for an old lady. Is that the word?
You're gonna try to get away from her, are you?
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna.
That'll be an
slide
acrobatics roll.
Roll. I have an athletics roll. 15 though.
Woo!
I'm trying to drop down from an old lady.
Make a dexterity dexterity roll. Let's see how you get.
14.
No, you don't get away.
All right.
Lona.
I suppose that Lord Burnt Face here has let go of his cane that was holding me down. Is that right?
Sure.
Oh my god!
Sweet. And so, does your cane have a curve on it?
Yeah.
That kind? All right. And then Lorna just goes, takes the cane, uses it to then yank the leg of father of the bride here, yank, and wants to take the pouch with it. Sure. 17.
He falls over, and you can just grab it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Ha! You look better now that your face is burnt.
And you book it.
Oh no, that was my steppapa! And how dare you? And then he gets up on the table. He scours for something to use. He sees a great big roast pig on the table. He picks it up and he starts swinging it around his head. I will show you what for! And throws the roast pig at these kids, hoping to slit them up with grease. And that is a no. 8.
The pig goes where? Where does the pig go for dramatic effect? What happens to the pig?
Don't.
Yeah, where does the pig go?
Look, it has to, right? It has to.
Bring it.
He swings it around, but there's just too much grease on the hindquarters of this pig, and it flies directly at my mother-in-law.
Oh!
Sure.
Come on. 11?
11. I wanted to hit you.
That means I'm free, right? I'm free.
Whoa.
I'm free, right?
Yep.
But that's where the scene ends.
Because
this memory is Lona's memory.
All right. And if he's not
Right?
there,
And
then-
he's not there. And so the last part of your memory is the two of you jumping over the wall. And he says, and he goes, best friends forever.
Ooh.
And that's where the memory finishes.
And then Lorna comes back and says, best friends forever.
Lana, do you see all that food in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm gonna be polite. I'll be polite. I'll wait for somebody else to get some food.
I'll go first.
No, me! I'll go first. And Ha-Kapella just scutters over.
Okay, look, the meal it's a beautiful meal. Ha-Kapella, you go for it.
Is that the roast pig I see?
When the meal finishes, at the end of the meal, a suit of armor is brought up. It is, and she gives it to you. It is a beautiful suit of chainmail. She says, "I hope it fits you. We can have it, altered if it doesn't."
Thank you. I had thoughts about killing you in the library, but they're gone now, so I'm pleased.
Well, so am I. She also takes out, opens a small coffer, small chest, and hands each of you a velvet pouch, a little pouch, not this big.
This is cute.
Yeah, similar size to what Ronnie has there.
It says sunglasses case. Good idea.
Oh.
This is just an expression of my appreciation for saving my life, for saving the life of my son, and for everything you have already done in the last few months as servants of the city.
Oh, just let you know, I mean, his brother also kind of helped us. I can take his cut if you want. Just, he's not.
Ha-Kapella just nudges Lona.
What? I'm just. Sorry.
In the pouches are 200 gold pieces.
Oh.
She says, the last thing is this, and she hands a small piece of paper that has a wax seal on it.
Oh.
This will, this piece of paper will allow you to come back into the palace if you need to. Just present this to the guards at the front and they will allow you in. Okay? So you all have a royal seal as well. Hey, and with that, that scene finishes. Yeah? Yes, you want to do something? Sorry, go for it. Go for it. That's
this seems like the moment, or maybe it's shortly hereafter. But Sully doesn't want to be here anymore.
okay. So maybe let's have this conversation as you leave the palace.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so we find you walking
Sure. Okay. Out in the night air.
out in the night air.
Yeah. And okay, yeah. So as like on that bridge, like leading away from the castle, I reckon. Yeah. If he's with this team, then he'll say, he'll kind of like stop and pause for a moment on the bridge, and he'll say, "Hey."
Yes.
Lona, Ha-Kapella.
Hey.
Hey, I was really sorry about what I mentioned earlier before about your brother. I was.
I need to go home.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Where, like home, just like where you were in Arta in the town guard place, or
No, I need to go home.
That's fine. We'll pack up our stuff. We'll come with you.
I was thinking alone.
That was a stupid thought.
are you sure?
Yeah. Look, I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I'm half a person right now. And I don't know how long that takes to get back, so.
Well, you can do it alone.
Yeah, we're a team.
If
right?
you're half a person, then we're at least, all three of us are at least another half of a person all combined that make up your other half, right?
I believe that's how it works. Wait, why? We've been through so much, Sully. We've still got more to go.
I know, but I don't know if I can do it anymore. So I need to go. I need to tell my mum and my dad that both their sons died.
You're not dead, Sully. I don't know why you keep saying that.
But I did die.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, well, that's not fair.
I know.
Because we're all alive now and we all did it together.
I
You
know.
can't just leave us.
And none of it's fair. But it's what I need to do.
Yeah, well, if you go home, we'll be there, but just like a little bit behind you, so we won't annoy you. We'll just be like, we'll just be like 100 meters behind you, so you wouldn't even see us.
Ha-Kapella puts her hand to Tnemrot's hand, and just looks at her, and then looks at Sully and says, "Yeah, buddy, it's been rough for you. So hey, I know you've gone through some pretty rough things before, the years that we've known you, but maybe looking at you now, maybe you should go home. And don't worry, we'll hold the fort down here." And I look at Tnemrot and Lona. But it's okay. You know what? You need to be with your mom and your dad.
I don't think it'll be forever. It'll be some time, but not forever. I won't be able to stay there. Not long, but I don't say I'm going to be right back.
Well, you better come back, because we're gonna go and find you and kidnap you if you don't come back. Right, Lona?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you going right now then?
Why not stay another night? Think about it.
I can't travel tonight, so I'll have to leave in the morning. But I'll leave pretty early.
Well, give us a call. Give me a call. Give any of us a call a yell if you need help packing up or anything. All right, we still got your back.
I know.
Right, guys.
We need you, Sully.
Yeah.
We can't take on more team without you.
I think I need to work out what I need. So I don't think I can do that here. And I don't think I can do that with the three of you. So, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, thanks, Sully. Yeah. Well, if I don't catch you tomorrow morning, then be safe. And Ha-Kapella leaves, going back into the palace.
Yeah. You'll all be good. I'm sure of it. You're very smart. I better go. And then I think Sully goes away. I think he's just trying to find the cheap and dirty place to sleep. And then he's gonna go home.
You've always got the place, the guardhouse.
That's where we go. He's got a letter. And I think he'll read it that night.
Okay. Let's just follow Sully for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. Yep, go for it.
Okay. Okay. This is the letter that Johnny left him.
Yeah. So we find Sully in his cheap accommodation.
Yeah, he's definitely go the cheapest and the dirtiest. He doesn't want to spend too much money.
Can you read it out for our audience as well, please?
Sure. Sully. Please forgive me for what I'm going to do. It's my choice. I am dying. Everyone can see it. I just want to do one last thing to redeem myself and reduce the shame I brought on our family. I'm not making excuses for what Kat and I did in the arena, but I do want you to know why. It all comes down to our daughter. Our 4-year-old daughter. Kat and I met right after I moved to Aratai. We had been married the past 5 years. Sorry to keep all this a secret. Kat didn't trust people. She also refused to have Fia registered because she was afraid Fia would be taken away from us. Then Mortine filled us with hate and hopes, saying it would be different for Fia with him on the throne. It's still no excuse. Please take Fia to Mum and Dad to be looked after. But tell Mum I want my daughter to be registered right away before it's too late. You'll find Fia hidden with a friend in the stacks near the house where you got in a fight with some of my friends. I don't deserve your help, but please do it for my daughter. Tell Mum and Dad I love them. Donnie. Sully, kind of like, yeah. he's dumbfounded. Yeah. I'm not crying, you're crying. Yeah. Sully kind of like bundles it in his fist and then unfurls it and then kind of smooths it out, and then rolls it up again, and then he gets ready to go to bed.
Excellent, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to move on to the next morning unless there's anything really, really significant that any of you guys want to do. Or maybe do you have a synopsis and we'll
Kinda, but it's not necessary if we have plans for
just say it and we'll see what we do.
Okay, well, I was gonna stalk Sully where he's staying.
Yeah, cool. I love it.
Start a fire.
Look, I had the same thing.
Okay.
I wanted to sabotage whatever mode of transport that he was choosing to. Oh, if he was going on horse, his horse is not.
Ha-Kapella.
There is no horse there.
Ha-Kapella sees what they're trying to do and wants to chase them to stop them. So she wants Sully to go, but she's trying to sabotage their plans.
Okay, so the night. I love this. Okay, so you guys sneak.
The Sully's left. Are we in separately? I think we are not together.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We don't know each other's plans.
Okay, my eyes are on Tnemrot.
Alright, so
I don't know about
Sully's
London.
just left. You go first.
Yeah,
And we're
because Sully's
always
going to
on
be
the
travelling by horse, right? Or is he going to be walking this whole way?
I think he's walking to. Oh,
You know, all right. Yeah, well, I'm going to take something that's going to make you difficult to travel. Your shoes. I'll do your shoes.
Okay. Okay, so like before Sully leaves the castle, he's like, huh. I swear they would have been right here. And then he kind of like looks around. He's like, they're always here. They're always at the foot. And like I think it's an entertaining thought that that can't stop him.
Yeah.
So he's walking. So the walk back to the tavern, he's doing barefoot.
All right, and so we see our scene change. We see Tnemrot. Oh my goodness. Oh my word, what are you gonna do?
Kind of
Oh
like
my goodness.
she's seen Sully go into the tavern, and she just starts to kind of like walk really slow. She's just flicking her sacred flame on and off like a lighter.
5 meters behind Tnemrot, Ha-Kapella is sneaking around going, God, what was she doing? It's crazy tiefling, I swear to God. And then she tries to get Tnemrot's attention. Psst. Psst. Hey, psst. You, purple girl.
She says, "What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm here because you're here.
I'm here by myself." Like,
And then maybe
All right, look, he's going to say, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
Look, I don't know. I'm trying to stop Sully from leaving.
I'm trying to stop Sully from
I'm trying to stop you from leaving, but now I guess I'm stopping you from stopping Sully, but now I guess I'm stopping you as well.
Stop this, mate. He's going to hear us.
Well,
So you don't want Sully to leave?
I don't even care, but I just think it's mean, and I just think he's being a very good friend right now. Guys.
All right, and you don't want Sully to leave?
Well, yeah, but he's a man and he's a person who needs to grieve.
Yeah, hey, well, we saved his life. He owes us.
Tnemrot, that's not how humans work.
Yes, it does.
That's not how Sully works. I've never seen Sully this down before, and I've known him for years, alright, guys?
Well, he's not. No, he can't leave. That's rude.
Tnemrot,
I agree. I've got to agree.
you guys, come on. Don't.
We've been through way too much for him to just walk out on us like this.
Don't.
I looked at Lona and I go, I knew this would happen. And she pulls out a chicken bone. She goes, hey,
Ha-Kapella inhales really deep and like, hey guys, don't make me do this. And as she follows that, she casts.
Get it.
She casts hold person on both of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as a 3rd level slot, so I can do 2 people at the same time.
my
And it's like,
goodness.
give me blue cheese. No, not blue cheese. Cheese.
What do we have to
Perception roll for
do? Do
you.
we have to make dex
You need
savings?
wisdom
Wisdom saving.
throw.
Wisdom saving throws. Okay, wisdom saving. Here we go.
And do I add my on my saving throw on?
Your saving
my
throw.
which is +5.
Incredible.
So 19. Sorry, baby.
Well, I got Lona.
Lona, yeah.
Like, cheese.
You got 5. Lona's like eyes just like.
oh my gosh!
As a cleric, I could also cast hold person. I don't have it written down in my spell slots, but I can cast it.
Flex.
Can I?
So do you have to? You don't have to.
I don't really have to prepare
Prepare,
it
you
because I
can
know
just-
it is a spell slot.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I look at Ha-Kapella and I was like, you shouldn't have done that. Whole person.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
you
I've never had a whole
guys.
person on me.
Why are we guys?
15.
Plus your wisdom saving
Plus
throw.
my wisdom saving.
You can't hold person
15.
the hold person master.
15 still. I was like, "Hooah." I felt a little tingle, but I was like, "Hooah."
I reckon while this has been happening, so Sully's cried. He's cried and he's cried and he's cried and he's sobbed and he's cried and he's gone to bed and he's got like the letter like clenched in his fist and his brain is swirling, and so now he knows that he's got to find Donnie's daughter. And as he's doing it, like he can't sleep, he can't even rest with that idea in the forefront of his head. And so then he thinks about like the three friends that he's left behind, and he starts to feel sick. Like he just starts to feel this like churning in his stomach, and something feels awfully wrong. And so he, after 20 minutes of tossing and turning, he like throws off his blankets and reignites his lantern, and he starts making preparations to get dressed again.
Okay, great. So you guys, you see his lantern goes on in his.
Freeze, guys. Oh. I mean, this guy doesn't have a choice, does he? Oh.
Okay. And then, so Tnemrot sees that her whole person hasn't worked. She looks at the lantern, she just like sacred flames the door, Sully's door, out of like desperation. She's just like, sacred flames!
Sully, you gotta notice that.
Yeah, he hears a commotion outside. I don't know. I don't know that he pays it much mind, but because he's just like, okay, right, what am I doing? You know, like, oh, gosh, they're probably, I don't know, the orcs are probably storming the castle, or mermaids have coming up through the plumbing and have stolen the queen, or the prince has made a pact with a demon and there's now bringing a demonic horde throughout the castle. He's got something probably going on.
It's just like, damn it.
And so he's gearing up because he's got something to do, and he knows 3 people that can help him do it. So he's still like armoring up and everything.
Wisdom saving throw.
11
Plus your wisdom saving throw.
2.
Nah.
Okay. Can we say that you come through?
Sure.
What you'll see is Ha-Kapella.
wait,
Your
okay.
door's on fire.
Oh yeah, the door is on fire.
I'm just sure because I'm in a tavern, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Are
I
you-
thought for some reason pictured you in a small room.
No, so
So
light.
that door's on fire.
The light in his, so you see through the window, he's, right, so you see the light in his window, his lantern has come on.
Maybe I just sent a sacred flame up to the window, that's what I was doing, yeah. Just kind of like in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always unfaced.
Hey, let's, if you don't mind,
God.
let's fast forward to when Sully comes out.
Nice.
Ha-Kapella's got her whip or like trying to tie up Tnemrot. He's like, stop it, Tnemrot! No!
Unhold him!
No! Because he's gonna stop me!
Coming down the stairs, like a bar full of like patrons who are all like looking towards the door, like what the hell's going on out there? Sully's like, yeah, what is going on out there?
Tnemrot and Ha-Kapella do this.
Sully opens like the door to the tavern.
Stop it! Tnemrot, out! Your horns! Ah.
Tnemrot just takes off the glove.
Don't you dare! I gave them. Don't you sacred flame those.
Unhold him!
I don't actually know how to unhold them.
Yeah, you can just stop there.
No, I can't because she doesn't know that. Oh, is that Sully?
What are you 3 doing?
You.
Hey, buddy.
Roll again. Surely. No. How long does it last? It only lasts like a minute.
For 1 minute.
Yeah, he's you well out. Okay.
Tnemrot.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Don't you ever do that again.
Don't give me a reason to do it.
Wait, are you leaving now?
Tnemrot picks up a rock and throws it at Sully.
Oh God.
You were gonna leave!
Dunk.
She took your shoes.
What?
Well, did you bring them back with you?
I don't know the shoes in question. I will feign
shoes.
ignorance.
Lona, give me my shoes.
Oh, those.
Tnemrot takes the laces out. Take a flame!
Tnemrot,
Yep.
I need those.
Tnemrot, you're being a child right now.
Yes. Well, I'm just mad. I'm disappointed in you.
I think Sully just hugs her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is he?
Okay.
Is he goodbye hugs?
It's all right, Angel of Doom. It's all right. Sorry, was that too soon?
It's fine. It's kind of funny.
Okay.
You were gonna leave. That's not okay. That's not okay. And I need to tell you that I'm writing up a contract,
Oh, I see.
and it says that the town guards of Aratai are to stay together
Always.
always. And
Forever.
if you want to leave by yourself, then you have to pay us 500 gold coins.
Is there a clause about bereavement leave though?
No.
No.
And who,
In bereavement times, we will come and we don't have to stay together, but we do have to be in the vicinity. And also, you have to pay. You have to give us a finger.
Hey.
Okay.
Now that's
whoever
too soon.
decides, whoever breaks the pact gets kicked in the gonads.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
And with no protection
No
or anything.
protection, yeah.
No shields.
No shield.
I see.
Straight in the gonads.
500
Okay.
coins, one finger, kick in the gonad.
Well, Sully, I mean, I tried to stop them, but you know what it is?
And I need you to sign this, please.
Okay, let's let Sully talk.
Don't worry, Ha-Kapella. I've tried for a very long time unsuccessfully to do the same thing. So hold on. Let me get this straight. 500 gold, a finger, and a kick in the gonads?
Yeah, if you ever try to leave and we're not allowed to come.
All right.
He signed.
And I believe it would only be fair if you three also signed this, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Sure.
Yes.
Right.
Well, there needs to be multiple parties to sign off on this contract. So.
All right, Ha-Kapella just signs
But what
it.
if one of us dies? Or two.
They will kick you in the gonads.
Okay. So that also counts though. If
And
you
we'll take a
leave,
finger.
you have to take the 500 coins from the bank.
Oh, yeah,
from
that
the
seems
banker?
only fair.
Or just loot him on the spot.
That's the first time you've ever written your signature, isn't it?
It's a smart ace with the K's. I know what a signature is.
Okay, I love this beautiful scene, beautiful reconciliation. Where are we going, guys?
Oh yeah, let's move on.
Let's-
If you don't mind,
What?
I've got some business that I need to take care of.
Oh, you mean we take care of? We just signed a contract.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it another contract?
Of sorts. It's from my brother.
What?
He wrote this before he died. In short, he's got a daughter.
Oh.
Johnny has a daughter.
Yeah, that's right.
Scandalous.
And Fia is hidden with a friend near the house where you had a fight with some of my sorcerer friends.
Oh. Like near the courtyards,
Yeah.
right? In the in the stacks.
It would be there or the caves, I guess, but
Oh yeah.
fight with some of my sorcerer friends.
Did he say houses?
I'm assuming.
Or yeah, I'm thinking the caves. With
Please
the
take, yeah. Fia is hidden with a friend near the house
Oh, yeah.
where you had a fight with some of my sorcerer friends.
So that's where that little boy exploded.
Speaking of exploding boys, so Donnie being a sorcerer, does that mean his daughter could be?
Not in all cases. I am my father's son, after all.
Are you a sorcerer?
No,
But still, she could be.
absolutely. But Donnie's asked for her protection, which goes without saying.
Right. Well, Tnemrot just rips a little bit of fabric off her dress and she just, give me shoes. She just starts threading it through his shoelaces. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, the crew's back.
How about we have a long rest and then do this tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
I'm really tired.
All right.
Quick rest? Long rest?
Long rest.
Yeah, look, Sully goes back into the tavern and does he reckon he can book more
Okay,
rooms?
look. Yeah, these small details in the scheme of our grand adventure
Right.
are inconsequential.
Cool.
Okay.
Next day?
Is the next day. You have long rested. You've got all of your spells, all of your hit points. You may have even had some baths.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, lovely.
Tnemrot, you have the Queen's armor. It is the shiniest chainmail. I mean, you've got chainmail Ha-Kapella,
Yes.
but her chainmail, I'm sorry, just
all
looks
right.
fancy. It has, what are those things on the shoulders called?
Pauldrons?
Pauldrons. They're kind of
that's a new one.
gleaming.
Cauldron.
Hey, okay. So I want to let's cut. Yeah.
Cool.
So the next scene is actually at that house. At that house.
Great.
Right. You were right, Ha-Kapella, that it is that place where you had followed the young sorcerers and had with terrible consequences, and there was that battle. And in this courtyard, there are some children playing. And as you enter this courtyard area between these, I mean, they're hovels. They're disheveled, they're weird angles. It's like no building codes at all in this place, right? There's a couple of kids, and one of them stops playing, a young girl, and goes, "Uncle Sully?"
Uncle Sully.
Ah! And then goes back to playing.
How old does she look?
I don't know, 3, 4, 5.
Nice. Hello. What's your name? My name's Sully. Uncle Sully.
Uncle Sully?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's Fia.
Fia. Great. Oh, interesting. Well, this is very fortunate. Who's looking after you right now, Fia?
She kind of scratches her head and goes, "Well, that would be, you know,
Oh.
sometimes, but now it is empty."
Auntie.
Yeah.
Great. Is she nearby?
Yeah.
Great.
And another scene change, you find yourself in the home of Auntie, and there's this incredible illusion, like that's been permanently cast, that looks like you, and one of your mother and one of your father. Like, imagine like
A
family portraits, right? But this incredible illusion that of you that has been crafted so perfectly that it is this permanent, like, living
Wow.
thing.
Wow.
That's you.
That's powerful. He studies Fia for just a second. Who does she look like? Is she?
Well, so Fia looks more like Cat
Okay. Yeah.
than like Donnie.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty amazing.
Hi, I'm Tnemrot. I knew your parents. I didn't like your mom, but your dad was okay. I punched him in the face once, but he had a really hard face.
Okay, so there's these.
Nimra.
That's right.
Nimra.
Yep. And Sully.
Sully.
Yep.
Uncle Lona.
Uncle Lona.
And-
Uncle Lona.
And Auntie Ha.
Auntie Ha. Auntie Ha.
Right. And so there's these illusions, and do they kind of operate like people, or?
No, they look like family portraits, really. But as you move around, there's a bit of depth to them.
Okay.
But they've just been cast so many times that they've become part of the fabric of this place.
You're on your own right now, is that right? Or
So she calls out Auntie, and a portly woman comes in and says, "Oh, you must be Sully."
that's right.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So you know.
Yes,
Okay.
word reached me.
Okay. Yeah. Just trying to make amends right now. This young one, you'll know who she is to me then.
Yes.
Donnie's asked for her to go back to our home.
Yes. He told me that.
Yeah. Then you understand that we have to leave with her now?
Yes. He says, "Come, little one." And Fia comes over and she gives her a big hug and says, "We'll see you again some other day." Kisses her on the top of the head and says, "Now you go with your uncle and we'll see each other sometime soon." "Okay, bye-bye, little angel." And she says, "Bye, auntie." And says, "Where are we going, Uncle Tali?"
We are going on a long trip, not too long, and you're going to meet some other people that are very important to you. They are the parents of me and your parents.
Oh.
Well, your Donnie. And they would really love to meet you. They really love that. So I'm going to make sure that happens. And I can tell you some more later. Does it sound all right for you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any toys or favourite things that you want to take? Because we'll be gone for a long time.
And her auntie, as she calls her, says, "No toys here."
Right.
Weapons?
Lona takes out a couple of gold coins and puts it into the hand of Auntie.
Thank you, it's very kind. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, thank you for looking after my niece. I've never had a niece.
Your niece. Oh, it's our niece now.
That's kind. Thank you, Lona.
What family's for.
Right. Well, we have to leave now, Fia. Is it? Yep. Great.
Okay.
Good.
As you walk out with her, trailing next to you, she says, "Want to know a joke?"
Yes. Yes, I do.
I love jokes.
Yes.
Why did the lion?
Why the lion what?
Why did the lion?
Because he had big teeth.
Yeah, that's a great one. I'm gonna write that down.
You're funny.
She's got your humour.
Hey, and with that, we finish that scene.
Okay.
Let us. So we have 5 of you. The 4 of you, Fia, she has like the smallest bundle of clothes and some food. And just to quickly get a sense, your intention is to instantly go to the south, yeah?
Yeah.
Is there
No
a
tea.
pram that we need as well? She's like
4.
4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
They still kind of need it sometimes in a long journey,
Might have to-
or just on a cart.
Let's age her at like 5.
we probably have to like, I don't know,
Big-
do a
big
little bit of
Yeah,
shooting around.
or something like that.
Yeah.
She can't walk forever.
She'll go for it, yeah.
So you're walking or are you horsing?
Well, I
Horsing.
think we're horsing, yeah.
Okay,
we're
you've all got horses.
Yeah.
And you set out.
Nice.
Okay, I don't want to, again, our stakes are too big to bother with the mundanities
Let's
of
go.
how much food you have and that kind of stuff. As you travel towards the south, leaving Aratai, it's about 11 o'clock when a guard wearing Aratai livery, outfit, costume, comes barreling down the road towards you guys, riding the horse hard. Dust kicking up behind. And is clearly just gonna whip past you. And does so.
Well, they're in a rush.
That looked intense.
Wonder what's happening.
Aratai guide. What's he doing out in this time of the night?
Night.
I think we're in the morning.
It's
11
afternoon.
o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Well, whatever he's running from, we're heading towards it.
Or maybe he's found some news and they need to deliver it to Queen.
Does he still look like he's in the shop, or is he gone?
Give it a try.
Hey, excuse me. Attention, please. Hello.
Yes. I have an urgent message. What is it?
Is there danger to the south?
The orcs.
Oh, that's right.
The orcs have attacked Isilman.
Where's Isilman?
The orcs have attacked Isilman and have completely overrun the guard there.
Oh no.
So,
We went to Islam.
Aratai, Isilman, Sully's parents.
Oh, yeah. They're quite fun. Oh.
Right.
Yeah, Sully's like blood starts boiling. Gosh, there's no breakers, isn't there? All right.
We can stealth it.
The whole time.
Well, we've got to go through to get to Sully's place.
Is there another way into the forest?
Yeah, can we go around? Is that safe to go? Sully, you know these parts.
There is a road.
You would be able to get around if you wanted to. If we see on the map again. This is so awkward. Isilman is right on the lake.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a lot of land around it that you could definitely try to skirt around Isilman if you wanted.
Right.
We need to avoid conflict. I mean, we have a little one with us. And I don't mean me this time.
We need to get my parents out of my hometown.
Oh crap.
This delivery mission just turned into a rescue mission. All right.
So our plan is to skirt around, get your parents, and bring them where? Back to Aratai? We're safe now. Or do we just kill all of the orcs?
All of them. Tnemrot,
I'm down.
please.
Your fireball's pretty powerful. We get them all in one room. We can just
could
light
actually.
them.
There's a lot of orcs. Does this mean we should probably bring Fia back to the stacks just for a little bit again, right?
We can't ride into danger with her.
Yeah, we can't. She's 5. I mean, Fia, do you know what this is? And she holds up the battle axe. Do you know what this is, Fia?
Axe?
Yeah.
Nice.
At least she knows it.
So do we drop her with someone we trust and then go and get your parents and bring your parents back?
We can't go back out into this with her. Okay.
We'll chuck him on the guy with the horse. Ride her back to the queen.
Yeah. He says to the guard, he's like, you need to take this child back to the safety.
I am on. By what authority?
Tnemrot grabs him and she brings out her sealed envelope and she goes, on our authority, we're the queen's personal guards and this is her order. And if you don't, I'll secret flame your horse and I'll secret flame your tongue and I'll take your tongue and I'll shove it up your nostril.
Okay. Come on, child, let's go. I have
Give
it's
Don's
urgent.
letter as proof. Bring her to the palace.
He doesn't need proof. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on, child. I need to go fast.
Okay.
Tnemrot slips her a rock and she goes, like, throw it at him if anything's funny.
Lona gives him a couple of
Fia.
coins and goes, this should cover some of the expenses.
Thank you. Now I must go.
Make sure she's well fed.
And he goes off, and she goes, Uncle Sully, and the horse barrels off down the there.
You'll be right, Fia.
Okay, so we need to get my parents from south. We need to skirt Isilman.
I don't think there's any safer place for Fia than by the queen's side, even though she has been killed.
And even though the queen is the target, I
For
guess.
now, it's safer than with us barreling and possibly barreling into the face of orcs.
Let's go.
Right. Let's
Not
go
our
get your
first
parents.
rodeo.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So your plan is to head to Isilman, head south,
Yes.
but circumvent Isilman,
Yes.
and head into Yeah, so that means going into the wild a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Takes a couple of days to get down there. It's a long journey.
That's right.
Takes a couple of days. But on the third day, you can see the gray haze of smoke, assumedly from Isselmar. So heading inland, I would like you guys to make survival rolls to see how good you are at this.
Finally, I'm good at that. Oh, snap. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
17 plus 2, 19.
Oh, 12. Oh, 10.
24 if I add my
Wow,
thinking, but
you guys do brilliantly. Ha-Kapella at the lead, but Lona and Tnemrot are also very good at it as well.
New China, y'all.
This area, Ha-Kapella, there's like a familiarity to the geography in this area. It's similar to those flashbacks that you had had. It's fairly barren. There's not a lot of greenery. And you get off the beaten track and you move through. You're able to find trails, and you're very confident that you'll be able to make your way successfully there.
yeah. Ha-Kapella's like sniffing around, like, all right, this part is kind of safe. Yep, keep going this way.
No orcs?
No,
Okay.
Nice.
like bloodhound mode.
On the fourth day,
Okay.
you come across the orcs that are. There's a security patrol of orcs that are going back and forth. It's a good sized number of them.
How many?
There's 10.
Are we gonna hold or engage? If we engage, we have to kill every single one of them, otherwise someone's gonna report back that we're here.
That's right.
I think we sleep them, then we kill them.
Always.
We're sleeping with what?
No, your sleep spell.
Got ya. All right, because I was also prepared.
Are they stationary or are they moving?
They are moving around. They are kind of spread out. There's a scout at the front. They have a couple on the flank, and there's one that's clearly looking back in the rear guard. And they are being careful. They are smart enough to know to expect spies to be trying to get past them.
Shall I run out and distract them?
Very dangerous for you, though. If they catch you, 10 orcs, you'll be dead.
I know where you guys will be.
We want to go through them or go around them?
Around would be ideal. We've got a long journey. We can only face so many parties of orcs, right? This is number one, but it's not necessarily the last.
We're on horses.
Oh yeah.
Person at the front, the orc at the front, holds up his hand. You can just see by his head that his nostrils are flaring. And he turns around and points right towards you. All of them crouch down. People start pulling bows and arrows out.
Do we get off our horses to engage?
Ha-Kapella makes a cast sphere towards.
Ha-Kapella's horse goes.
God damn it! Sorry.
Okay. So we need to set it up.
Yeah.
They know where you are.
Lona's arms.
And while I set it up, we're gonna have a short break. Okay, we'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. Talk to you soon.
Boom.
One of the ways that people can support our show is through our Patreon page. Patreon is amazing. It allows you to give directly to the show, and in exchange we give you exclusive additional content. Before we go into the details of that, we'll tell you a little bit about our show in case you're new to it. Dice Legends is a Dungeons & Dragons live stream. We are a group of television and theater professionals. We film on a studio here in New Zealand. It's our aim to create the most exciting, engaging, fast-paced, hilarious fantasy story that we possibly can. And our Patreons really help us to do that. Thanks to our Patreons, we were able to get more minis, more terrain, more visuals like character art, emotes, graphics, more music, and also our Patreons help to pay the cast and crew, and all of us on the show really appreciate that. We're really proud of what we've achieved already in the handful of months that we've been streaming, but there's a lot more that we would love to be able to do. For example, we'd really like to be able to hire editors to create more short content, like highlights, tips and tricks, even better behind the scenes. And also, we'd like to eventually be able to have a merchandising range, like t-shirts and tea towels and plushies and maps on t-shirts, all that kind of great stuff. When you go to our Patreon page, you'll see that there are 3 tiers, 3 ways of supporting us. The first is called Official Patreon, and that's simply an inexpensive way of supporting us. The second tier, called Lore Legends, is for people that want to dig deep into the world. You get access to our ever-growing World Anvil lore document. You also get access to additional content, behind-the-scenes content, and you get access to the official character sheets that the characters play, and you get your name in the credits. Our third tier is called World Builders. World Builders get all the perks of the previous tiers, and it's really for people that want to help create the world. So World Builders are able to help name NPCs and create monsters and create locations and populate the map, and also to participate in polls throughout the month. Quick polls such as, what kind of character should our next guest play in the show? Or what kind of magical item should I give to the characters? Look, whatever way you want to support our show, we really appreciate it. And we look forward to creating more exciting, exclusive content for you. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, welcome. This is Dice Legends. We are a Dungeons & Dragons live stream. It's great to have you on board with us.
Dice
Legends!
Oh my god.
And so what we got here, quick recap, is we have our heroes huddled behind some rocks. Unfortunately, you also had your horses, which have made some noise. Yeah? And ahead, there's some orcs. There's a scout who's hidden behind the tree to the audience, probably. I don't know if the audience can see that or not. Yeah. And then there is just a whole heap of them. There's 10 of them in total. One flanking outside, right there. It's a lot of
There-
orcs,
there-
guys.
Yeah, there is a lot of orcs.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh my goodness. And they have smelled you.
Oh, see, this would have been very helpful before I decided to do a fear cone.
You can take it back because you
I'm
didn't, 'cause
taking it back.
Okay, ready? And Raylene, go. You're on.
What?
What are you doing?
What, so they found us, they spotted
They've
us.
spotted you, and they've all pointed your direction. Whether or not they can see you, you don't know. Imagine that you are actually crouched down, hidden behind these rocks, but
right.
your minis can't crouch down.
Okay, I will use my prestidigitation to try and make a little spark fly over, like that way.
A distraction over here. Great, thank you, Lona.
Lona slaps the behind of the horses to release them out, just to distract the ogres, the orcs, so they don't actually see.
Okay, animal handling, roll.
Okay, ready? 3.
I'm sorry, they're too skitterish. They just don't do anything. They don't want to move towards the orcs. They don't want to do anything. They're just kind of sitting there.
Here we go.
Created too much.
I want Sully to still be on his horse.
You're on your horse.
Yeah, lovely. He sees his teammates going for like some distractions. Sees Lona going for the horse slap again. It sees it doesn't work. He's like, there's only one way for it, and jumps forward over the
On the horse.
I love the sound effect.
Yeah. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can move more than 6 on a horse.
Yeah, I just can't remember exactly how much.
Enough.
Okay, bam, yeah. Yeah, to reach the first one, and then he rears up and then brings his spear down on this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, get it at advantage because I'm on a horsey. That is 22.
Oh!
Bam!
Okay, so there goes our distraction plan. Okay, cool.
No longer
I don't think Sully and Tnemrot are interested in distractions.
They woke up and chose violence.
So that
today.
is 7.
7.
Yep.
These guys are tougher than that.
So am I.
what I was
attack
afraid
again.
Oh, okay.
And then he lunges upwards again with his spear, and 25.
Yes, yeah.
And here comes a magical. Oh, that's much better. That is 11 points of damage.
Oh, gone. And that archer is annihilated.
Well done.
Tnemrot.
Pull up a score, say
Can
10.
How we can only travel 6, eh? Can you travel more on a horse?
You bet.
Cowled, how far?
Double that.
Yes. Okay, I want to travel 12 squares, but I want to cast my spirit guardians, and I call them down. And so if anyone gets in 15 feet of me, they take 3d8. Or they
Does that include Sully?
No, I get to choose anyone who doesn't get unaffected. So I choose obviously 18 is not affected, but I come charging in and I go, and I call in the spirit guardians around me, and I just want to try and get as close. I kind of want to.
That's 10.
That's
You can
10
move
there.
2 more.
And I go boom, and I go right here.
Right there.
And so anyone in 15 feet, which is it all them?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Those 4.
Okay.
I think if they move towards you, they take the damage.
Oh, really? I thought it's just anyone who in an affected creature's speed is halved when the creatures enter the area for the first time. So if I put the area onto them, don't they enter the area?
I think they
Or
have to
they
enter
have
the
to
area.
enter the area.
But if they're
Okay.
in it, if they stay in it, then they'll take it.
Nice.
Okay. So I can just say,
All right. Come get me. Okay. Well, they do.
great.
So they rush at you.
Yeah.
Roll the damage.
Wisdom saves for everyone.
For those, this one actually pulls away. 1, 2,
Yeah, of
3,
course.
4. Okay. So we've got this one with the huge mace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Mace.
Go on.
Oh yeah.
This woman has got an ear missing, so we're gonna call her earless.
Nice.
Ooh.
Mason Earless.
Mace, earless, and then we're gonna call this one Two Boots because she's got mismatched boots.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay?
Two boots.
2 boots.
Bring it.
Okay,
Instead of
so wisdom save for Mace. That's a fail.
Yeah, 8 points damage.
Okay.
That's not great.
You only roll. Okay, and then for 1 ear, what did I call her?
Earless.
Earless. A fail. Takes 8. And for 2 boots, succeed.
4.
Takes 4. Okay, it's their turn.
Okay.
Right. This one that ran away shoots an arrow at you, Tnemrot. Rolls a 14.
Miss.
Ah, what?
Nice.
Oh, yes, love
Hey.
that.
So
Love
they can see this swirling divine kind of light around you, right?
Yes.
Well, they're not stupid, so they're not gonna try to come within your range. This person goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then goes run.
Ooh.
Okay.
Around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does a double movement to try to come around the back of Sully. Idiot. Yeah. These other guys look to this one here, who is, just look at that musculature.
Wow.
Is
he muscled?
He's buffed.
Yeah, he's been bulking.
And he says something in Orcish and points to Tnemrot.
Ooh.
So they rush forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Idiots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Idiots.
Okay, and all of them wail on
Kill
you.
them.
Can I roll again? No, do I keep the same damage if they enter the?
That's this turn, right?
Right.
So okay, so they
They take it,
they
right?
take it. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got
So do I roll again, or do I keep that?
same. It's the same round. It's
Oh,
the same round. So,
sorry.
so this one here that is holding up something horrible
Ooh.
fails.
8.
Nice. We're gonna call that person Hetty,
Yes.
Sup, Hetty?
and we're gonna call that one's got some bones on the back.
Some bones?
So that's called bones.
Bones.
Okay,
Eddie.
bones succeeds.
Just
Okay,
like
now they attack you. Mace. All 5 of them are smashing you. Here comes Mace. Oh, boom, 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 boom. 18.
Hits.
Oh my goodness.
13.
Okay. Now, out of curiosity, when can I do Hellish Rebuke? Is it on my turn, or is it on these?
Right now.
Bring it.
Oh boy.
When you take damage,
Yep.
right?
Tnemrot feels the mace. Is Mace with the mace?
Yeah.
The mace go into her chest, and she says, "I just got this armor!" And she goes into Hellish Rebuke mode.
Oh my god.
3d10. 1, 2, 3.
beautiful.
Go.
And what do they roll? Do they roll? Do they roll anything?
Oh, yeah, your wisdom. Is it a dex save? And then you take
check for you.
half
You'll
damage
check.
if not.
You roll damage.
Okay, nice.
Let's go.
5, 6, 7 plus 8, which is
15.
15.
Okay. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, here comes Earless. Mm-hmm. Earless gets a 15.
Okay, that misses.
What?
Wow.
Okay, 2 boots. Terrible roll.
Get out
Bones.
of that.
Terrible roll.
They're trembling.
They sure are.
Oh.
And then Hetty.
Yep.
Ah!
Tnemrot's Hellish Rebuke has just like turned everyone into fools.
So it's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Here comes
Right.
Mace on the dex save. Terrible roll. Gets a 10. That's a fail.
15 damage.
Takes another 15.
Oh.
And Mace is gone.
Oh. Bye, Mace.
Okay. Archer. To you, Sully. Oh my, what's with all these sub 10 rolls? Only an 11.
Oh, great. So he just kind of like just steps to the side and lets the arrow pass by him.
Okay, Raylene.
Ha-Kapella on her horse still goes brr, brr, brr. Where to go? She tries to. Can she make it all the way over here?
You bet.
Woo! 1, 2. Oh, damn. All right. Here.
Okay.
Right there. 1, 2. Oh, what's that?
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you know it.
The archer's slightly out.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
But you can get 2 of them.
I can. Yeah, I'll get those 2. And she's gonna do her thunder wave.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Nice.
Fry!
Now, excellent. While you're doing that, both of you
Oh, shit.
need to make animal handling rolls.
Oh, of course.
So Ha-Kapella and Tnemrot, animal handling rolls.
Oh, I'm sure it's good already, but that's 8, 9, 22.
Beautiful for you.
12.
Okay. All right. Your horse is completely freaked out.
Yeah, fickle.
All right. Next turn, when it comes your turn, you'll see what the effect is.
that's
So
okay.
let's just finish off this
Yep.
thunder wave.
Thunder wave, she goes to fries.
Roll the damage.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah, 2d8. You have to make.
Okay.
I'm gonna borrow
Hetty
2d8.
makes a dex save
Gotcha.
and fails.
It's Constitution save.
They're better at that,
Oh snap! I mean dex save.
but still fails.
Oh, okay.
And then in bones, a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this whole time, they've only rolled 2 above a 10.
Okay.
So they both fail. How much damage did you do?
8 damage.
8 damage to bones and to Hetty.
Oh,
Yes.
do I add anything to there? No, I don't. 8, and as a bonus action, she calls out to Sully and says, "Sully, you're almost in your homeland. This should be inspiring to you." 1d8 bardic inspiration.
I must defend my home.
Nice.
towards the south.
The thunder wave knocks Bones out, and Bones is gone.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bad bones.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Sully.
6.
I mean, Lona.
Lona hops onto his horse that he slept and failed, and then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from here, he wants the firebolt and uses his sorcery points to split a firebolt between this guy and archery me. And
Okay.
all right.
Nice.
First one.
Animal handling first, or no? No, wait.
We'll do that at the end.
Okay.
After you.
First one. 17.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, with there.
And you plus your. It's on the other page. But I know
17
it's
plus 6.
6.
Yup.
Easily
That's
hit.
23.
Yep.
Yup.
Cool. One, two, roll to see if you hit the archer.
Sweet. Come on, Archer. I gotta hit you.
No, not even close. Okay, 2d10 for this person who we'll call Maul.
Okay. All right, Mole.
M-A-U-A.
Mole?
Mole.
Mole.
Gotta
Not
catch
Maul as
him,
in, let's go to the
Mole.
Oh, that's a 1.
There's a 1 and a 4. That's 5.
Okay, you blast it in the back.
Nice.
Animal handling.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
2.
Okay, your horse is also freaked out.
classic Lona.
There he is. There's.
Falls off.
Okay, not yet.
Oh,
I'll
no,
tell you what
right.
happens next time because your horse is freaking out.
Okay.
But okay, on.
Okay, stab down at this one. This one's taken hellish rebuke damage, is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
I thought that he
Earless.
died.
No, Earless is still up.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Bones is gone.
Time to remove your other ear. Crit! 20!
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here it comes.
Let's go.
So that is
Beautiful.
that's 14.
Ah, she's gone. She is out of there.
see ya.
And and then moving is 1. The horse does a jump and I bring the spear down on. What was her name again?
2 boots.
2 boots.
2 boots.
To boo.
Great. That is
What the hell?
Beautiful.
24.
Yeah. Okay.
And on 2 boots, that is
Delicioso.
Delicioso.
that is 12.
Delicious.
12 is.
2 boots. Are you still up? You still got 1 boot?
Gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
You lost.
Knocked her off her boots. Out of her boots.
Nice.
Nimrod.
My horse is scared.
Oh, your horse is scared. Okay, so you're gonna have to spend your turn doing a animal handling, or you're gonna fall off.
If I fall off, will I injure myself, or can I get back up?
If you fall off, they're gonna have advantage on attacks for you. You might take a little bit of damage,
Okay,
but you will be able to do an action.
I'll if I animal handle or if I fall off?
If you fall off, you'll be
Yeah.
on the ground and take a little bit of damage. They'll have advantage against you, but you will be able to hit the ground and do
an action.
and do something.
Nice. I fall.
Okay.
I fall off.
Okay.
I hit the ground. I'm fine. I am going
Take
to.
33 points of damage. No. No, you keep going. Sorry.
Take 1 hit point of damage.
That's fine. I love it. Spiky. Okay, I turn to this guy here, and is this guy here 20 feet away from me? This man?
1, 2, 3, 20 exactly.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna whack this guy with my mace.
Okay.
And it's obviously on fire.
You turn on fire.
Oh, yes.
3d6. What's my mace? 2d6. 1d6.
Yeah.
It's 1d6 usually, but
Oh, I have to roll for
you have to roll to see if you hit.
Oh, that's not great, is it?
You need a
Is it-
13.
There's a 10.
Wah, wah, wah.
Do I pass my
You
strength?
should
Yeah,
have,
and
you
your
should have much
proficiency.
better than that.
Oh,
Because you're
This
proficient
and
at
this.
9, 10, 11, and then my strength?
Yeah.
12, 13.
13, that's what
Get it! Come on.
5.
Oh, 15.
Yahtzee.
plus your strength as well.
16, 17.
Oh
plus
my-
my mace.
That is your
That is your mace, yeah. That's
Oh, yeah.
Triple fives.
What about my bonus?
No, that's the
That just goes for the attack.
Is that enough to knock a
Okay.
nut? Is it enough?
Okay.
And,
And
gone.
nice. Bonus action.
What the?
I'm not-
You don't get a bonus action, you fell off a horse.
That's fine.
It's all right, Tnemrot.
Can I make a movement?
It's all right.
No!
You fell off.
You fell off the
Oh,
horse.
yeah. Sorry. I got you.
Okay, your horse kind of skittles away. Tell me, how long does your
My spirits, 10 minutes. What's his
10
concentration? Up to 10
concentration? Okay. From the fall, I'm gonna say you have to make a Constitution saving throw to keep your concentration up.
minutes. It's a 1.
Sorry,
Oh,
they
gone.
disappear.
It's gone.
They're gone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Guardians.
Okay, their turn.
Okay.
Maul turns around. It's not Maul like a.
No, I knew it was
So dumb.
Maul, but it's just a funny name.
Maul.
Mall. You going to the mall?
Hey, we're gonna go to the mall, guys.
Y'all?
Maul turns over
Maul's
to you,
coming
Lona, and goes.
Oh.
He's got
do
a
that.
dirty big blade. He hits armor class 24.
That hits good.
Is that over your arm?
10 hit points of damage.
Oh, Lona goes, ugh.
Damn, boy.
It's a, he takes that.
Archer, right in front of Ha-Kapella, jumps down and just over the top of the stone,
Oh.
shoots you.
Try me.
Oh!
16?
Dang. All right, he tried.
I tried.
You got it.
Ooh, 8.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of does a hide.
Oh, you little rogue orc-looking thing.
And I'm gonna just put it down like that. You have no idea where this archer is. This archer here shoots for
Behind the rock.
1, 2, 3, Sully. 4, 5, 6, Tnemrot.
Oh.
The archer shoots for Sully.
Good.
Dang.
Gets a massive 23.
Oh, that is a hit.
Okay.
5.
Finds a wee gap in my armor. Ow.
And this big orc
Big boy. What's up, Hulkstead?
What's up, Daddy?
Hi.
pulls his axe out
Hi, Dad. Hi, hello, Dad.
and
Father.
and locks eyes with Sully and says, "A warrior."
Okay.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What about me? Is that what Nimrod's thinking? Okay, move.
Honestly, I think he just flipped a coin in his head. Don't worry.
I just found out that the odds of flipping a coin are not 50-50. They're 49-51.
Oh.
Sorry, carry on.
Runs over to you with his axe. Whoosh. I have to roll that again because it's either a 14 or a 20,
Sure.
Okay.
and it does make a difference.
It does.
It must have been the 14, but he still gets pretty well. 17.
he just bats the head away with his shield and just lets it slide off. And with his free hand, he's suddenly left-handed. He bats it away and then like stabs through with Repos.
Let's go.
He gets advantage on it because
He's on a horse.
he's on a horse. That is a 20. Dirty.
You hit.
Great. And so here comes
The men in black.
yeah, exactly. Here comes the spear,
Comes the
the
boom.
superiority die, and bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can add that to damage.
Yeah.
Get
boom.
out of my home. Oh!
Nice.
That's a nice 7 you get. So that is 13 plus 4 is 17 plus 2 is 19.
Wow.
That's a yummy little dice. you like.
Thank you.
19.
Nice.
Those 7 points of that was you.
It goes in and out of his shoulder, whatever, and his axe comes around for his second blow.
Oh.
Not gonna hit.
Tell me how bad it is.
It was a 13.
Okay, yeah. He just kicks the blow away with one of his greaves. You know?
Oh, okay. Ha-Kapella, how far is 60 feet on this map?
60 feet, 12 squares.
So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Anywhere,
So
basically.
I could go brop over here, right in there. Sorry, I've just
that's fine.
ruined the terrain on the way I brop. And I'm going to cast Hold Person in a third level spell slot, so I can do 2 ways. We got 1 over here and 1 over here, and she just says, cheese.
I don't know why it's cheese, but I love it.
Because it rhymes with freeze.
Okay, here we go.
And it reminds me of the Jackie Chan outtake from Rush Hour 3 where he goes, cheese.
Cheese.
And they were like, no, it's
I
freeze.
love that.
That is
It's my
such a
favorite.
Which one do you want this to be? Is this the archer or is this the boss?
I want this to be the boss.
Okay, boss.
Let's go.
Boss rolls a 10. The DC is like 15 for you, right? I tell you what, it's not going to beat your DC.
Are you sure? Yeah,
14, right?
it's a 14.
Yeah, he doesn't get a +4 to his wisdom. So,
That
which means
that's
it's
good
you
for you.
succeed.
I was like, nah, nothing's happening here.
Okay, and now Archer
Archer.
fails.
Cheese. Yeah, and Ha-Kapella just while on the horse.
Nice.
That wasn't scary enough to make you need to do an animal handling roll.
No, and she did well earlier anyway.
Lona.
Lona, his arms light up, and he has an idea, and he goes, he's going to use another sorcery point, yeah, and he's going to firebolt split it. He's going to hit one on here, but he also wants to hit this palm tree so it kind of falls directly on him and as well. So I'm really hoping.
Okay, which one's this for?
Exactly,
Okay.
that's gonna happen.
This is our first one is going to be for him.
Okay,
Okay, please. 7
Plus?
plus 6, 13.
is what you need.
Oh, real? Okay.
We know that from earlier.
All right, sweet. And this is for the palm tree. 17 plus 6 is 23.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know. You're gonna have to let that happen.
Okay.
All right, it's
The
2d10.
tree's dexterity of plus
Timber. I hear timber.
All right,
is
2d10.
going down.
Oh, 16?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, and now is that the tree or is that against?
That's against him.
Okay. He's hitting now the tree.
Now the tree.
Is this damage for the tree?
11.
Oh, it has to work, right?
Oh, shit.
So he goes down anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Black
Face
rod.
palm.
Oh my god.
Somebody get this guy a medal.
Thank you for watching Dice.
That's our show.
That's our show.
That's right.
We're all leaving.
Nobody can beat that one.
Oh wow.
Could the episode be called Baseball? And they've got to work out why.
Oh my god.
Sully.
Nice.
Sully, he levels his, he's gonna, he knows why they're here. He doesn't need to interrogate them. He slashes, no, he stabs at this guy in front of him.
Do it.
It is a 18.
Yup.
And it is a 7.
Okay. So, you cut
He
it.
can't move.
In a row. Great.
Man, guys are getting great rolls.
Nice.
20, and that is that is 11.
Dang. Okay. Nimrod.
Okay.
Tough
Curiosity, can you make a move and then do an action and then move again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go
Not on your horse.
1, 2, 3,
Uh-huh.
4, 5 to this
Yes,
guy.
yes.
I'm gonna mace this guy in flames.
Okay.
My flames mace.
Nice.
Oh shit, they're so
Roll to
sorry.
see if you.
But he's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen.
17.
No, he's there you go.
Yeah. You hit. Roll it again, because it is frozen. You might get a 20.
Nice. Get
Okay.
20.
No, actually, I remember what the rule is.
What?
A hit against someone who is paralyzed is automatically a critical. It's automatically.
What?
Oh.
You want some of this?
You're welcome, guys.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that.
So that means Sully's one should have been a critical.
So then
because
do-
that's frozen
Ah, true.
Does that mean we roll double damage?
Parallels, automatic attack, they have advantage. Any attack that hits is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So you have advantage and it's a critical. So yes.
17.
So
So it's a hit. Yeah.
So you hit, so you automatically do critical
Make it a
damage,
critical.
which means 6d3.
Yo.
Yeah, so.
Yo, I got
So
you.
that means-
I got you.
And Sully, you
Sully,
can
you
do
can
extra
re-
damage as well.
Yeah.
We can really double up our spells together, eh? Like
Let's
if you
do this.
hold
I
and
got
we
you,
smash.
T. I got you.
Whoa.
Actually.
That's
Oh my goodness.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 damage.
Plus your strength.
22 damage.
Right, you want to explain how this looks perhaps?
Yeah.
Tnemrot she almost slow motion walks over to this guy. She's not even running. She's just slowly walking over. She gets her, no, she's off her sword. She fell off. Yeah, she just like lifts her mace and she literally just goes, and then she like almost like uppercuts his chin. So she like lifts him off the ground and back into the tree. And then she uses a second level. She just uses a first level spell slot to bring out her spiritual weapon, and she sends it towards this guy over here.
Nice.
Can I do it?
He is hidden.
Okay.
Make a perception roll to see if you can see where he is.
Okie dokie. It's an 8.
You have no idea.
Awesome.
He's hidden. He might be over there.
Cool. I'm just gonna use my the rest of my walk, which is I don't think I've ever
get
got
one more.
Just to literally just turn around and walk towards trying to find where that guy was.
Okay. As you probably guessed, the archer is gone. That archer up there is
yes,
gone.
great. Fabulous.
Sully, your extra damage for
The
the
extra damage is
Oh.
What the heck?
Top score. Top score.
two
Smith.
2 sixes.
Hey, Snake.
So 12 of extra damage there. That was funny.
Yeah, let's go. Whole person. I love this.
What's Snake Eyes?
ones.
Double ones.
Oh, so I ignore it. I just say Snake Eyes.
Not
Okay,
bad.
Nice.
great.
Okay.
Thank you. That was. They haven't. So you held person at the beginning of the turn.
Yep.
So it's their turn now.
Yeah.
So at the end of his turn, he gets to try to come out. So he can't do anything
Oh,
else.
he's on whole person too.
Yeah.
I did 2. Yeah.
So
Excellent.
he's going to
Yeah.
try to break out the hold person.
Here's the whole person.
He does.
master.
He succeeds.
Alright.
He's out, but he doesn't get to attack this turn.
Nice.
This, and the leader shouts out something in Orcish. The archer, I'm hoping Jason you can see this archer. This archer jumps up. Nimrod, you didn't know it was there.
Oh.
Shoots you. Natural 20.
Bring it.
I don't think you actually want him to bring it.
Okay.
You do not want him to bring it.
Okay.
This is going to be a lot of damage.
He's-
A sneak attack
Oh,
on critical.
Cool. Not first time I've died.
I think 10, 15.
Are you kidding?
And 15, 22.
Nice. Okay, so Tnemrot's shocked by the archer, and it goes straight through her new chainmail, right into her hat. And she looks at her friend, and she goes, "Whoops," and she falls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then the archer.
Oh no, can I change my thing?
Yeah.
He's here! And she dies.
She gets back up from her. Is it?
And the archer starts running.
Oh, what? Come on.
Runs this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get an extra dash. 1 does a jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and is sprinting away from y'all.
Oh, really?
Ha-Kapella.
Okay.
Ha-Kapella's still on her horse, and she goes.
3, 4, 5.
Get him.
Is
Is that 12 there?
I think so.
Yeah, you don't reach it. Okay.
And then I use my hold person again. What the cheese? Cheese.
3.
Nice.
Why do you even roll that anymore?
Cheese.
Prisoners, no
Nice.
prisoners.
Lona sees Ha-Kapella freezing, and so he moves, goes 1, 2.
Yeah, nice.
And then he is gonna thunderbolt. Oh, not fun. Yeah, I mean, sorry, firebolt him. Firebolt.
At advantage.
At advantage. 18 plus 6. 18 plus 6.
Roll it again,
Is-
because your next one might be a 20.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
But 18.
dirty 20. Yep. Yes. 24.
And double
yep.
damage.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think you should read up on hold person to see if I'm overpowering it.
I think you said just before they have to be 5 feet from them. To,
Yeah. 5 feet to do double damage.
Oh, good call,
So
good
it's
call.
going to be just normal damage.
Okay. Normal damage.
Why didn't you go close enough?
Oh,
18. Does that do it? Does that do it?
Hey! Get
jeez,
Cookies
Lona. Wow.
Wow.
He's
Job, nice.
one more left.
Yep, great. Well,
Go on, finish him off.
look, I know this isn't fair,
Oh, I'm
Do it.
but I stopped playing fair a wee while ago.
Oh,
Nice.
That's a 23.
Yeah.
Do you get advantage on all your attacks? Do you get advantage on all your attacks?
Yeah.
On
Because I'm on horse.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
That
awesome.
feat.
Cool, so that is 13. Here comes my next attack. Oh. And that one is a 15.
It's a hit.
At critical damage, that is that is 17.
And he's gone.
yay! 10 orcs, not a problem
Is
for
that
us.
face palm guy dead?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's double dead.
That thing where he's like in the ground because the thunder is
Yeah, great.
Nimrod, make a death or life save.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Come on.
14.
That's one save. Put it on your thing.
Sully calls out, "Tiefling down!"
Oh gosh. Ha-Kapella just her ears perk up and she goes, oh, not that, bro.
Make another death save.
And
Yeah, go ahead. What are you going to say? Sorry.
and she was gonna do healing word.
Yeah, that's why I apologize that I interrupted you. Please continue. Yeah.
And she goes near Tnemrot and she goes, heal Tnemrot, heal. Oh, that's right.
Just heal with my words.
Love to.
Please,
Plus 3.
The healing word's a D4.
Come on.
1.
Plus 3, 4.
Tnemrot, she sees in Impel, she says thank you. She takes it out, and she cauterizes her wound with sacred flame.
Oh, wow. Do we still have any of that ointment?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Where's our inventory?
Here you go. Here. Just, oh, that looks.
Oh.
That, right, is that where it got you?
Yeah.
Is that your heart?
Right in the hat.
Oh my gosh.
You touched your heart.
You poor thing.
It's alright.
The arrow did. Here. 2 hit points.
That's fine. That's enough. Yeah, you didn't really get it on the wound, but thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I don't have any medicine proficiency.
That's right.
Your heart.
Somewhere up here.
Where's
I
your
can use.
Like, almost like you're
Where
rubbing
are
in sunscreen.
It's all right. I've got you.
Thank you. Thanks, Sally. So what
You
about
feel better?
A little bit, yeah, thank you guys.
Right.
Wow, we smoked them, guys.
Alright.
How much time do we
Hey,
need?
Luna.
Because we need to keep moving.
Oh, yes.
Anyone else take any damage?
I took some, but I'm still good. I'm alright.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'm alright.
I'm most worried
Do
about you.
you want more?
No, I might just hold his symbol just for. Keep going, keep talking amazing.
Okay.
Well,
Hi.
We need to keep going.
keep heading south.
If this is how the amount of orcs that are here, then there's bound to be more along the way.
Absolutely. We can't take too many more. Like, we can't take too many more like this.
Yeah.
So we are going to have to be careful.
Agreed.
Who's prepared to ride as a scout? I mean, having to ride ahead of the party for a good distance.
I'll do it. I've got pretty good survival skills.
Right. We won't be far behind you, but it's
Yeah,
going to be how we have to proceed.
That's
Where's my-
okay.
Have I lost my horse?
Your horses can be found.
Okay.
Over to you about this. What you,
Can I hold this symbol myself?
yeah.
Okay. 5 times 6.
Do you have your whole
30.
symbol?
5 times 6
Wait.
is 5th level.
I'm 5th level. 5 times 5, 25.
Oh, you cheeky.
How many do you need?
No. Oh, 8.
Taken.
All right.
Interesting thing happens. You do it, and you call on it, and it's like, I don't know, it's like you feel like you're not as close to Medora as you are used to being.
And I don't have my hair clip.
And you don't have your hair clip. So you try to do it, and it doesn't work.
At all?
Ha-Kapella stands ready. Hit me.
Sorry, Ha-Kapella, I'm just a bit tired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
you know-
all right. I can heal myself later.
Okay.
But it's fine. I'm
Sorry.
fine. Do you need any more healing?
No.
No.
Nope. No.
Here, look. There's about 3 uses left in this ointment. Why don't you just kind of...
I'll just take one. I just need one.
You can have the whole thing.
Yeah, just take it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a D6? Each one?
Each one, so 3 of them if you want to.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, team. Thank you.
No worries.
Sorry.
No, we got you.
Don't be.
Anyways, I'll go ahead. She giddy ups her horse and she goes brah, 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 brah. Ahead.
Yeah,
To
we-
scout. Are you all ready?
Yeah, we can't let her get too far ahead.
All right. Brah, brah, brah.
Follow.
All right. Then I will need from you a perception roll.
Perception. Ooh, and I get advantage of that one. 15, 16.
Combined effect.
16, excellent. Okay. The traveling like over gullies, around big rocks. It's clear that after a few hours of traveling, it's clear that there's to the south, only about maybe 10 minutes away, you can see some dust in the air. And as you get a little bit closer, you can see that there's a trail going between the forest to the east and heading in a line towards the city that is smoking to the west.
Isaman?
Isaman, that's right. And the trail is, there are some carts. There seems to be a stream of people, most of them going that direction towards Isaman. But there are a couple that are also heading back the other way.
Ha-Kapella just sniffs the air. She's suspecting that orcs have gone from the forest into the city. That these are orc trails.
Yeah, you can see that there's
Yeah.
definitely orcs that
All
are
right.
doing it. Yeah.
So, and we're trying to just avoid Isaman anyway. But I will leave behind a little flag of some sort. She leaves a loaf of bread. Half a loaf of bread, all right. A quarter of loaf of bread, just right in the middle of the trail. And I'm sure my team will see it and be like, look at this little clue that she told us to look at. And she keeps going to...
Right.
The
So let me
south.
just explore. So that means, so what I'm saying is that this trail is in the way. Is between you and your destination. All right.
Oh wait, there's a physical trail with people on it?
Yeah. So
Oh, so I thought you meant like tracks.
Sorry. So there is a line of orcs that are leaving the forest and traveling towards Isilman. And so they are in your way. So you guys are heading this way, circumventing Isilman. You're coming down this way, and there's a trail piece, so it's in the way.
Well then I'll just actually stay here, not drop a loaf of bread. She'll eat it instead while she waits for the others to catch up, just to hold fire. Because I think maybe we can wait out the trail if it's still moving. It's still, yeah, we'll wait out the trail as they.
Oh, there's a lot of orcs.
Yep.
Crikey.
Piece of loaf? Anyone? Hungry?
Yeah, might as well.
I don't know if we can take them all.
We absolutely cannot. I suggest we stay here, just wait, or we go more that way to more circumvent it. But
That would mean going into the forest.
yeah,
I thought
we'd
we
have to
were
go.
going that way.
Want to go deeper in the forest? All right.
We've got better cover that way.
All right. She shoves the last bit of bread into her mouth, and she goes, brah, 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 ahead again. Into the forest.
Ha-Kapella,
Yeah.
you're doing great.
Oh, thanks, man. You know what? You're doing great. Brah, 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 brah.
So you head towards the forest.
Yes.
All right.
Brah, 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 brah.
Okay. Entering the eaves of the forest. It's a beautiful forest. The moment you enter underneath its branches, it's cooler. Aratai is a hot and dry place. You enter in, it means, but it also does mean that your visibility is reduced massively.
Nice.
So tell me what you're doing.
Brah, brah, brah. She's bropping. And she's looking around to see any, like, if there are any familiar, like, you know how if you walk on dirt like repeatedly enough, it'll make a natural little path by itself, like in so she kind of looks out for those, if there was any signs of people being here, or if it's just completely untouched by civilization, and also looking up at the trees to see any threats from above.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use your survival skill.
Let's go. All right, here we go.
Do you have that skill trained? Yes.
Yes.
I'm proficient. It's my folk hero background.
Oh, huge. Love that.
16.
Excellent.
Oh,
So-
Ha-Kapella.
Going on your horse.
She does this while eating.
Looking around, there's no threats above you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The forest is full of the sounds of birds, which means it's unlikely that there's a lot of significant dangers around.
Okay.
And you do indeed come across some trails, some paths the first one is a goat trail.
Oh, goats. Okay.
But the second one definitely looks like it's recently had, definitely has had orcs on it.
Recent orcs. All right. So they've gone through here before, and then now I leave the piece of like a quarter of the loaf on the floor, on the ground near the track, so that you know that I've been here. Kind of like Hansel and Gretel. I'm like, okay, keep following me. Just and she keeps bropping.
Perception roll.
Bropping. Oh, and I get advantage on that one. 13, 14.
Excellent. 14. As you brop.
Clip it.
As you brop around a clump of trees, you come across 2 orcs sitting there. They've heard your horse
Oh God.
a long time ago.
Oh.
Your horse has made a lot of noise.
Oh, it's all that bropping.
Well, horses make noise. So please help me clear this really quickly. You are all by myself.
Oh no.
Try me. All right.
He's gonna be.
Here she is.
Okay. So we're gonna a quick all-terrain
everything?
change. Hey guys, go ahead. Yeah, just randomly help make some terrain for us.
Nice, nice. We're just going for bushes.
Yep. Oh, you can put some trees in there.
Sometimes the trees get in my face.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
You can't see the trees? Okay,
Yeah.
put the trees.
I'm gonna put it on Lona's. Okay.
Because we are in a forest, right?
Yes.
So there have to be some trees, even if they do get in your
These
face,
ones are
Money.
Okay, that's all right.
This was like doing this. I'll just put it in the background. You know.
Okay, so you've come this way.
Brah, brah, brah. I'm over here.
You're over there, and you have come across 2 orcs
Who heard me?
who heard you.
Gosh, these- Now, where are they?
When I was young.
Okay, they have surprise on you.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Surprise.
Suplex.
Right.
And oh my goodness, one of them holds up a stick, and it has on it, at the top of the stick, a goat's skull on it, and shouts,
Oh my God.
mumbles something in Orcish.
Oh my god, it's a mage.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh damn.
Five. It's a 5.
It's a 5.
I want to vomit.
Meanwhile,
Oh fuck, I know.
the other 3 of
If
you.
I got cheese, I swear to God.
Okay. Going through the forest. I'd like to know who's first, who's second, who's third. If it's forest, so you can't go in a
Yeah.
you know, 3 abreast.
Look, we have to put Lona in the middle.
I'll go last.
I could be in the back.
I'll go in the back.
Alright.
As I see them at the back, I start to feel really powerless, that I can't control my holy symbol. So I try and cast a 2nd level spell slot as aid to the 2 that I can see. So it will bolster my allies' toughness and resolve. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. So does that mean that you guys then have like 5 armor?
No,
Oh, no.
their hit points go up by another 5. But they don't keep them forever.
Okay.
But that's cool.
How are you going hit points wise?
Guys, hey, and it works.
Okay.
Ooh, that's nice.
You get extra 5 hit points.
Okay. Nice. Okay, that would help. That's gonna help.
Perception rolls, especially Sully, who's at the front.
Yep.
Perception rolls, everyone.
Come on, farm boy. Oh dear.
Ooh, who knows these?
8. Oh, even worse, it's 7.
14.
16.
Nice.
Just as well.
Sully's just.
Sully, you walk past the loaf of bread.
Oh no.
And Tnemrot, you just barely see it as you're going past it. And there's a piece of bread that's been let fall on the ground, like on a little rock.
What the heck? I'll pull everyone back.
Yo.
I mean, Ha-Kapella wouldn't have left that bread there.
She said this meant something. A quarter of a loaf of bread. I think she's just signposting her where she's been.
Okay. What
yeah.
does this look like? A quarter?
I would have said
It doesn't look
quarter.
eaten. I mean, she would have eaten it by now, so I think it's a clue.
Right. So keep going, I presume.
Yeah. I just touch Lona in the back and I say, I got you. And I'm just going to give you guidance.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Can you just make sure aid is aid concentration?
Aid is...
Does it require concentration? Doesn't say so? Great, thank you. Okay.
Oh, nice. That's good.
You all need to make survival rolls
Oh, well.
to see if you can actually follow the trail very well.
Survival.
It's a 1.
7.
10.
Oh my
Who are we?
Oh my
Why did we leave without the scout?
So you're walking through the forest, and her trail becomes really hard to follow.
I mean,
We came in from that direction.
I thought it was that direction.
No, because there was a tree where we came in.
There's trees all around us, Sully.
Yes.
Wait,
But
can you see any more bread?
well, didn't the tree have like branches? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and that one. Is there any more bread around?
Yeah. Only the stuff that Tnemrot's got. Monrot. Okay. Tnemrot, you're awful quiet.
I was thinking of the spell that I just the spell.
Oh, yes.
It's called sending. And I can send a message
Yes, you can.
in a range. I can send 25 words or less to a creature you're familiar with.
Yes.
When the creature hears the message in its mind, recognize you as the sender, and if it knows you, it can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables
yes.
creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Nice.
Just.
Okay, 25 words. What's your message?
There's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Go ahead.
Hi, it's me, Tnemrot. Where are you? We've lost the trail. We found bread. Now we're lost. Scream if you can hear me. Tnemrot. Kiss.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
not so far away in the forest,
There's no one, God.
you are held.
No, I've been cheesed.
You've been cheesed.
no
This woman
way.
runs up to you and goes, "Kathong."
Oh, the rope.
He's punishing me for the crit damage.
16. And this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just utters a word to you. Something in Orcish. You don't understand it. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's lost.
That's a bad omen.
Oh, I wish I got that one. 11.
You don't have any pluses for your wisdom saving throw?
My wisdom is 0.
Okay. And
I'm not the smartest.
and everything goes black.
No.
No!
Tnemrot, you give your message.
Yeah, and I wait for a response. But I can't hear anything.
That's exactly right. You can't hear any response.
I can't hear anything.
She was only just ahead of us.
She's not too far.
Something's happened.
She's not too far ahead.
Okay.
Split up.
What?
Yes, split up. Triangulate. Oh, we need to. Oh, we can't lose anymore.
I know what he's saying. Let's just run in a straight line together. Okay, so how do we sense the breed? Anyone got locate objects? I just somewhere.
Can we look around? Can we see the track? Can we see the trail?
She
Can
was
we
eating bread.
investigation?
Look, I'll tell you what. Let's be kind and say you can either use investigate. Yeah, let's do investigate to see if you can see recent footprints and recent hoof prints.
Okay, come on. More
Really,
than
I should
anything.
be saying survival to be honest.
18.
Perception.
Perception.
15.
Investigation.
14.
Can I change my spells like this? Is this the thing?
19.
Let's talk about it later. I don't want to interrupt the flow.
Locate object to locate Ha-Kapella's Turan's battle axe, because I know it will be with Ha-Kapella. Alright, so how many? Alright.
19.
Yeah, just as long as it's in within 1,000 feet of you,
Yes, because I think you are supposed to prepare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spells.
certain-
Not a thing.
so-
That's okay.
yeah.
So I think
I'll roll for it.
what we've done so far is probably pushing it enough.
All right. I'll roll for it. What are we rolling for?
Investigation.
Okay.
Investigation. You got
Rolling
this.
for
Yeah.
investigation. It's a
Oh
19.
my goodness. Thankfully,
Yo.
between Lona,
15.
all three of you looking around.
We're back.
Actually, oh look, just down there. There's some nice clear prints.
That looks like little dwarfling footprints.
Like,
Oh, sorry, I was little hoofs. You're right. And
this
we
one. Yeah.
follow it.
Did he?
Yep.
You start and you follow it.
Follow.
Excellent.
Follow.
You follow it. Give me an indication. Speed. Your
we're-
approach. What are you doing?
Galloping.
Perfect.
Yeah. Bring it.
Excellent. Brilliant. You gallop. You move ahead with great speed. Oh, I need the order. Who's first?
The same order.
Me.
Same order. Perception
Second.
rolls, everyone.
Oh,
19, 20, 21, 22.
crit 1.
Oi. Sully is blind.
8.
Yeah. He's just kind of like frenzied. He's like, where is
Sully,
she?
I'm sorry, Sully. You don't see the simple trip wire.
Oh, I was at the front.
And you and your horse both go down.
Oi. Yikes.
So it's like a clothesline for the feet.
Exactly.
Ay.
I think it was too caught up trying to find Ha-Kapella.
You get thrown from the horse. The horse falls. You take
poor horse.
only 4 hit points. Remarkably, as you hit the ground, the horse just
is
collapses.
Oh, sweet.
Collapses over. The other two are able to rear up, and then you can see Ha-Kapella's horse nearby. Just is like only about 40 feet away. Ha-Kapella's horse is there.
Oh.
What the heck?
Oi, come with me. Come with me.
No!
Ha-Kapella's horse is there. Sully, you've kind of fallen down there. Tnemrot, Lona, you guys are over here someplace. What's the plan?
Sully just gets up, he like scrabbles upwards and he runs towards Ha-Kapella's horse.
Sully!
Nimrod's seen the rope and she leaps over it and then she towards.
You
the
go like
animal.
this towards it?
Yeah, that's how you ride a horse. That's how Nimrod rides a horse. Very passionate.
Lona?
Lona is a bit more cautious. He's like slowing down. He's just kind of looking around to see if he can see anything or anyone hiding in the bushes. So he kind of slows down his horse, and he just kind of slowly,
That's so fascinating that Lona's the cautious one.
Yeah, he's
the more he
really
levels
living
up, he's becoming cautious.
Yeah.
So you ride your horse in as well, right?
Sully and Lona are doing the.
With a 23 on perception.
Were you perceptionizing as well, were you?
Yeah, well, you told us to make a perception roll.
Very nice.
Deceptively riding in.
What'd you get? Oh, your perception roll was a 1.
Mine was a 1.
23. Okay, Lona. Okay.
Sorry,
You guys-
I lied.
There is this female orc is hiding over there, and she has her bow trained on Sully. And she lets it fly at advantage.
Oh.
Sneak. Sneak?
She gets 17.
I reckon Sully, is just kind of standing there, and he's kind of standing there just oblivious, and an arrow literally goes, dink! They go, oh!
Who did that?
Howie. That was a bit of hostility. And now he's ready and he's looking like he can kind of intuit where the arrow might have come from, and he's looking that way.
Excellent. You can see her now. She ducks
you
back
idiot.
down. She does. Actually, no. She's gonna do a hide. Raylene,
Oh,
Ha-Kapella.
Yes.
The next thing you become aware of is you feel fuzzy. And you can't see anything.
Oh.
Your hands are kind of tied. Like this.
No, damn it!
They know.
And there's a bumping movement. You can't see nothing, you can't say nothing, you can't.
See no evil, hear no evil.
What you doing?
Wait, because it just wakes up and we're like, hits whoever, whatever.
So you're just gonna strike out?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You strike out and you hit wood.
And she like feels around, like hitting around. So she's in a box, I'm assuming.
You are in what's called a litter. Do you know what a litter is?
For cats?
No. A litter is. No, you're just
I'm
gonna,
just copying it. Is it confinement?
Imagine two pieces of wood. Okay, imagine like a hospital stretcher,
Yeah.
but up like this, right? And it's being pulled along. You're on. You're on the back. You are tied to this litter. So your hands have only small movement because you're tied around the chest. So you went and hit the side of the litter, and you're being dragged around along on the back of something, and clump.
It's slow as well.
Meanwhile, Lona.
Lona sees. Did he see the arrow come to Sully there?
Yeah, you got a great perception roll. Yeah.
Sweet. So then Lona knows that something's obviously afoot. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You say 6 moves? 5, 6?
6. Yep.
And can I see her from here?
I said she hid, so she's not visible. She's ducked down behind this.
That there. Lorna wants to fire a firebolt and set this bush on fire right there.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's easy. It is easy target.
Sweet.
It's not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh! Okay, sorry, I lost that one.
It belongs to the floor now.
12 plus 6.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Easy. Okay.
Nice.
It's a blaze. Look, don't worry about damage. All right.
Yay!
And the whole thing is. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that.
Do you want my one? Mine looks like fire too.
Looks like fire.
That's awesome.
Cool. Okay. Good.
Look.
Goodness.
Feral.
6.
6. Okay, and you're looking around to see if you can see her.
Yeah.
All right, perception roll to see if you can see where she's hiding.
Let's go.
You want big number.
Inspiration.
Yes.
20.
Yeah. She's very cunningly concealed. There's like an overhang of this stone. So, but she's right below you.
Okay, cool. Sully spear and just like strikes at her shoulder.
Okay. That's only 5 movement. You've got 1 more movement if you need it, if you want it.
Thank you. Strikes at her shoulder. It's 12.
No.
And then he sees her down there, and then he just kind of like picks himself up, and then just drops himself on her. He just bam.
A suplex.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's the second attack.
Yeah.
It is a 7.
No, you missed totally.
Yeah, he just like crashes on the ground, and then he looks at her and he's like, "Where is she?"
Tnemrot.
Can I see her now?
No, you can't see her. She is behind rocks. You can see that Sully knows where she is, and he's jumped down, but she's down below your vision.
All right. Is this 1?
Yes.
Or is
Diagonals
that
are 1. Where were you?
Here?
Yeah, diagonals are 1.
1, 2, 3,
3. Yep.
4.
4, 5, 6. 6, you can get there with 6.
And can I see her?
I'll make a perception roll and hope that you get better than Sully did.
Come on.
Inspiration.
Let's get it.
20.
Oh!
Yeah, actually, you saw her. So what am I saying? Okay, yeah, she is Same place.
Man, I want to kill her, but I don't because she knows where Ha-Kapella is. So I'm just going to sacred flame her.
Okay, Sacred Flame.
Let's do it.
I've learned.
I hate you.
She fails.
Oh, it's a 3.
3 is not good.
It's okay.
Where did I put my pencil?
She knows we're mad at her.
She gets the idea.
She gets the idea. And she drops her bow, an arrow, and says, surrender. I surrender. Ha-Kapella.
Just. She continues up. You know, yeah. She's going to try and. She's feeling what the binds are made out of.
Your fingers are like this.
Oh, that's right. She's feeling with her face what the binds are made of.
Like,
I love this.
like jute rope, like really, really coarse rope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, ow.
Oh, okay,
Ooh.
that hurts. Really coarse rope. She's gonna try and. Nope, no. Cool. Anything
Next
else?
turn, Lona.
This is me.
I'm actually so into this. It's really cool watching you try to work out. Shit.
Sorry.
Lona.
Lona.
No, it was funny.
Lona moves. 1, 2, 3,
Oh yeah, the bush is on
4,
fire right next to her.
5,
Hang on.
6. I'm here. Oh, sorry. I'll move your tree just for now. And Lona. Can I see her?
Yeah, you
from
can
here?
see her. She's holding her hands up. She's dropped her bow and arrow.
Sweet.
She said,
Lona was going to aim for that palm tree, but it wasn't near enough because he really wanted to do it. But then he sees that Tnemrot and Sully are there, and I'm like, and then he just kind of listens in. He goes, "Oh, is she's surrendering?"
Tnemrot jumps down and she says, "We won't hurt you." And then she grabs her hair and she pulls her back and she goes, "Where is she?"
And then Sully just like snaps a branch off this burning tree and then holds it to this orc. And he says, "Now my arm strength is waning. So you better tell us where she is."
Oh wow.
Quick, smart.
this sounds like an intimidation roll, doesn't it?
With like we're helping.
You're helping, so
Okay.
who wants to make the roll? Who wants to make the roll?
I don't
I
trust
re-
myself.
Who's the most
Hey,
intimidating?
I'll do it.
What's your intimidation?
-1.
+1.
You
Probably
do
do
it.
me.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
Well, hang on.
if I'm helping you, you get to roll it twice.
You rolled a 3. It was a 3.
Oh, was that one?
It was definitely
Do I
that
roll
one.
it as-
You can roll a second one.
15.
That's better.
16.
Yes.
15. Okay, here comes her charisma saving throw. They went deeper into the forest.
Where? Do you know exactly where they're taking her?
They're taking her to the stronghold.
She gets out the map. Point.
Did she say stronghold? More orcs, right?
Lead us to her now.
Not this one, surely.
Oh,
Or-
crap.
Deeper in the forest. Is it?
Which way?
Do you mean deeper in the forest
Yes.
or to Sulman?
Deeper into the forest.
Lead us.
She will be tortured and
Let's go. On the horses.
Stronghold. All right. How will we know where it is?
you follow the trails, and anyone with eyes can follow the trails.
We're not very good at following trails, though. Should we take her with us?
Yes.
She could be a liability.
No doubt.
Do you want us to take her with us?
Hey, look, there's a lot of things that have happened in this session which I had not prepared at all for, that have happened that I had no idea were going to happen. So you do what you think your characters want to do.
Let's tie her up. Take her with us.
Lona wants to firebolt her.
We need her. We need to find Ha-Kapella. We need to keep her alive.
We need to smother this fire first.
Tnemrot, just with her own hands. What's it out?
Hey, you're fireproof, right?
I'll take about a half damage, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Well, I can cast a ray of frost on it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah. Let's not sweat
right.
the small stuff.
Hopefully no orcs saw any smoke.
Back on the horses. Let's tie her up. Anyone got some rope? Why don't we always forget rope?
You got rope.
Yeah, we've
Right.
got we use
She's
it
fine.
to arrest people.
Yeah.
Whose horse is she on?
Here, I'm a better rider.
Well, we've got Ha-Kapella's horse.
Right.
If we want to chuck her over it.
Well, Sully's horse went down, so you go ride Ha-Kapella's horse.
He didn't remember that. And Sully's just... And then he looks over to where his horse.
His horse was going. I'm really sorry, animal lovers. The you were running.
Say no more, I guess. Yeah, and then he looks over, and like he can't believe he forgot. And then,
Do you want me to spare the dying, or do you want me to kill her? But put her out of her misery.
I can do it. You have a knife, right? Yeah, here. Sully goes away and does the deed.
Oh my goodness.
And then he comes back.
It's not even funny. It's really sad. Actually.
That's usually Mum's job, but she's not here.
I'm really proud of you. That was really hard.
Yeah, it's not fun. But okay,
When you
right.
start. Sorry.
Yeah.
On the horse.
Yep.
Absolutely.
She's kind of like slung there. She's bound, hands, feet, gagged.
Yeah.
we interlock her fingers.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, great.
We're on our way.
Don't worry.
We've actually tied her to the horse.
And we've tied ourselves to no.
To her.
And I kind of lean down to her and say, "Don't worry. You want us to go to the stronghold because I'm sure you have every confidence that your friends are going to kill us." So
She's
It's
yes. She can't say much. she's quite an attractive woman.
For an orc.
well,
Because she's
I
an
mean,
orc. doesn't-
Florida.
I mean, that she has like, teeth that stick out
Yeah.
from the bottom that protrude. But actually, she's got very nice cheekbones,
Okay, then I'm digging
perfect
it.
figure.
Lona's
Meanwhile,
digging it.
Ha-Kapella is tired because she has gone through her head and thrashed around thinking of every spell that she knows, but they all require verbal things.
oh no.
But
You're a bard.
Yeah.
Of course.
of course they do, yeah. And I was like, wow. But I think prestidigitation, like it can be a very, very, like various things. It does say V there, but like.
Good try.
Well then, Ha-Kapella just admits that the universe is trying to punish her for holding people. And she's angry, she's hungry, and she just keeps making noise.
course.
She's just gonna be the most annoying captive ever. Just.
There's a male voice up ahead of you speaks in dwarvish, in fact, and says, "Are you from Aratai?" One grunt for yes, two grunts for no. Are you from Aratai?
Huh? Wait, what are you?
Says, "Are you spies?"
Huh?
And he keeps asking you some questions. Meanwhile, back to you guys. You guys heading in deeper and deeper into the forest.
Yes, we're on the trail. We're heading, following the trail. Do we pick up the trail of the?
Well, that depends on your survival rolls, doesn't it?
All right, we're trying to pick up on the trail of the whatever's going on.
The orc.
That's a critical one.
Really?
Oh, that's a 2.
15.
Oh my goodness.
Plus, what do I plus on that 15 again?
Survival skill, it's right at the bottom.
survival, my wisdom plus 2. Yep, 17.
Just as well, someone came to the party.
Ooh, yeah, Sully's not paying attention.
So Sully and Tnemrot are so distracted.
Gosh, we'd make terrible rolls up there.
There's a trail here. You can see it.
Yeah.
Can't, but I trust you, Lona. I trust you.
Right there. Can't you see it? Yeah.
No. I don't know what's going on.
Right there. Look, you can see it, and it's leading that way.
Oh, I have smoke damage in my eyes, I think.
From the bush, right?
Yeah, no, got eyelash in my
Well,
eye.
honestly, Lona, I don't see it myself, but if you really insist, then sure.
I really insist.
All right.
We better get a move on. And then we dash off.
You start riding down the trail. And it gets darker and darker as you head into the forest, right? Into the depths of the forest. The trees get thicker. It's cool. And you head in. You pass some, at one point you pass some like abandoned settlements that there's no one there as you head into the forest.
I'm just going to cast light on my mace just so that we have a bit more perception.
Great, excellent.
See a little bit more.
Okay. Traveling for about a half an hour in this way, going deeper into this, and you still haven't come across her yet.
Yeah. That makes Sully feel like dread the fact that they haven't seen her for 30 minutes now. She could be anywhere.
Ha-Kapella. You're aware that the kind of dappled shadows that go across your face from, because you're under trees, right? But some light goes through the trees and casts a little bit of dappled shadow, yeah? All of a sudden, the dappled shadow disappears and you are in bright light.
Do I still have my my helmet on?
Yeah.
I try and reach, because there's a horn there.
Yeah.
I try and reach, try and cut it. The ropes on my,
This is pure desperation, but I love it. Okay.
And she just like,
You start working on the ropes with the horns.
Nice.
Is that?
Birthday horns.
Let's go.
Amazing.
It's so cool it has to work. I reckon. Yeah? Right? It's such a good
We
idea.
gave it that kid.
So you start just like working on
not even a roll for it?
and no. What's to roll? Either you
Okay.
Because like, if given enough time, it will work, right?
Yeah, it would.
so you just work on it and sure. In about 20 minutes it comes loose.
And then she just like freeze her mouth
Okay.
and then freeze her eyes.
Okay. You are not in the forest at all.
Oh God.
You are
keeps
in
quiet.
the middle of the plains of Aratai. Behind you, the forests are getting further and further away as the litter that you're on is being dragged away from the forests and towards the city of Isilman.
Ha-Kapella just curses in Dwarvish. And she looks to see what horse is bringing her.
Over your shoulder, it's a big mule.
Oh.
And on the top of the mule is... I'll put it here so the audience can see first. Is Turan.
I'll go into a rage.
This orcish
the goat man.
shaman.
Yeah.
With a goat statue thingy.
With a
That little zodiac looking.
And I'll put it back there so we
Freaky
can...
man.
And with that, we'll finish.
Why did you?
Where are you going?
The wrong way. That's where they're going.
Guys are-
Oh no! I even said it. I was like,
The worst is behind.
wouldn't she go to Isilman?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Why did you?
That was your aim all along to get us to go to
Because-
Monday.
Because
He wanted us to go so bad.
the orc is taking us in the complete wrong direction. The orc is taking us to like certain death, while Ha-Kapella is going to certain death.
Look, she just gave up, right? She surrendered. You guys got a great intimidation roll. Right?
Yeah.
She just needed to make a charisma saving throw to be able to avoid your intimidation. That's all she needed. But it was a really hard roll. And so she told you to go to this other direction. And you went.
I still think that Vahid got scared that I held so many people, so many orcs.
And
He was
it's
like,
removed
"No,
you
she's gotta go."
from the equation.
It's too strong.
Hey, and Ronnie, to you saying you wanted me to get you to Isselman the whole time, to be honest, I honestly had no idea what was going to happen this session. Once you read the letter, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I was seriously thinking that you were gonna.
Oh yeah, we
Go off.
ditched that chick pretty fast. Like that gave us a real emotional turmoil, and then we were like, right, send her off with a stranger.
Yeah. We totally just put her on the horse.
I know.
Random person.
We took her from her family and sent her off with a complete stranger.
We'll
without
look
any
after her.
guidance.
Bye.
The first person that runs past.
Uncle Sully!
We couldn't take measures. We took her into this. I don't think Sully would have.
I thought that we were gonna go back and deliver her ourselves.
They got tired.
But you know, because Sully really wants to rescue his parents. Like all he can think is that his parents are like, the orc forces have gone all the way to Isselman, and his family's way deeper than that.
I mean, we could have split up, but somebody made a contract that we couldn't.
I stand by it.
Oh yeah.
And now no one.
Does that mean Ha-Kapella gets a kick in the gonads?
Yeah, let's
She gets a kick in the gonads!
I signed it too.
This is terrible because this is so terrible because the three of us all go to the stronghold. Ha-Kapella is going to Isselman, and my parents are still on the farm. That's really cool.
That's the contract. You see the contract. It's really important to see this quality legal document.
the Kalangua.
They're gonna just... Where they go?
The town Gua, 500 gold, signed Sully, Tnemrot, Ha-Kapella.
And smiley face kitty cat.
Okay.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us. It's been a fun adventure.
Holy moly.
We ended up in a place I didn't expect we would end up when we started.
Oh yeah, it's all the way over there.
Thanks everyone for joining us. As always, to our supporters, to our followers, subscribers, and Patreons, thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. As you know, shows like this, we survive on your support, so we do really appreciate it. And if, there's a lot of ways that you can support us that don't require the exchange of monies. So, hit up the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Leave some comments.
YouTube.
Leave some comments.
Yes, please.
Give some hearts. Give some thumbs up. All that kind of stuff.
Vahid made his very first TikTok on the Dice Legends thing. I found it.
I am terrible. You guys actually know what you. Anyway, we won't get into that. Yeah, you can be our second follower on TikTok. No, we got more than 2 followers.
I think we have 7.
Hey, I think that's us, right?
Yeah.
Mostly.
One more
What
thing.
is it?
Hey, have you ever done this before? Maybe you should.
You should.
Grab a few friends, grab a few family members, grab your teacher.
Oh yeah.
Find someone who's prepared to give this a go with you. You don't have to do the full-on thing right away. Just use your imagination, bend the rules a bit.
You can.
Vahid does, we do.
All the time.
Just have fun.
And just make something that works for you. And you'll start a lifelong hobby that you'll probably never fall out of love with.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, guys, we will see you next week. Let's roll those credits. Catch you guys later.
Bye bye.